started, chat, we're trying out something new. I don't know if you guys noticed in the bottom right-hand corner, and you'll see it also over the gameplay
Oh,
when you go
yeah.
to the other slide.
Oh, yeah.
We have a nice little overlay now that shows who's talking.
Check it out.
That also goes the other way for people when they join chat. Please do not join chat with stupid usernames because I will immediately remove
Check
you.
it out, guys. Check it out. You guys are always saying, I can't tell who's talking. There's too many people in the call. This, that. Well, boom. Check it out, guys. We can see who's talking now. Whenever somebody's talking, their name pops up on the screen. You see it in the bottom right-hand corner. It's also on the other overlay, too. So no matter what screen you're on, you guys will always know who's talking, ladies and gentlemen. But Ben, crazy day, Kai, how you doing today? You have a good day or what?
Yeah, I had a good day. I played golf this morning. Weather was fantastic. I kind of fucked up and I wore pants instead of shorts because it got kind of warm. But I shot 86, which is really good for me. Keeping me
Not
on
bad.
pace, trying to get below that,
86.
trying to get below that 15 and kept I fried on the front nine.
86 is pretty good, no?
Yeah, I mean, I just wasn't
You
overhitting the
didn't
ball
hit
today.
86. You hit 86 today.
Yeah, 86,
You fucking
yeah.
around. You fucking with me, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, that's serious.
I believe you. I believe you.
It was a decent 86. Anyway, feeling good. Was watching COD with the boys today. And I'm excited
Definitely.
to talk about it, Tom. I think we have a lot to talk about from this week. I think between all the matches, some of the developments overnight, and a few other things, I think we're good.
Oh, 100%, man. We had some crazy matches today, especially that last one. It's always exciting to watch Optic and 100 Thieves go at it, man. Just send over that link and let's get it going, man. We got a lot of people joining in today, guys. We got a lot of guests that are coming in. I know Zinni wants to come in, aka Methods. I know Asum, Scraps. We're definitely gonna try and get some people in here, man.
It's gonna be a mixy show, guys.
I want to make it mixy today, guys. I want to make it fucking mixy. We got a lot to talk about. I see Donnie in the chat, aka Temp. I'm curious if he wants to come in. Anybody's welcome today, man. We want to let people in. We obviously don't want 20 people in here, but you know we'll take a few people. But let's get right into it, Ben. We're kicking things off. We got Florida, Ben.
Yeah.
Coming out.
You didn't do an intro for the show? What are we doing here?
What do you mean? I just did the whole fucking intro. I just danced for about 20 fucking minutes. You know what I'm saying? But we can do it. Welcome to another episode of The Flake. I'm here, joined by my friend, my duo, Micah P. You guys know the fucking deal. Ben Genesee, how you doing?
What's up, Tom?
That's a pretty good intro.
That was a speed intro right there.
It's the same shit every day. That's
By the
what
way,
it's all about.
Before you get started, shout out to Miles' dog. This is a nice moment. You know, we're
That's a
watching
cute
COD
dog.
on a Sunday, and we get a cute doggo on the screen.
Cute puppy.
You'd love to see it, Tom.
Yeah, my actually a lot of my subscribers are doing a watch party today in the Discord, and apparently Miles joined in and was like going crazy, which is pretty fucking hilarious. I didn't know Miles was like invested in our Discord, man. So that's a Wiles in the chat, man. That's a fucking Wiles. You know what I'm saying?
For that one.
And if those of you who don't know, we do have a Discord. It's very active now. Joel was the one who created it all, so shout out to Joel. That's a wall in the chat. And it's been pretty active from what I've been being told. I haven't been paying much attention, but I actually joined in the watch party today, and I said what's good to everybody. So it was really cool, man. It was really cool to see everybody in there. A lot of the Zoom Mafia just chilling and having a good time joining the Discord, man. Like I always say at the start of every show, man, I appreciate you guys coming in. We're on a 70 sub train right now. Christian, I appreciate to get this sub, but I'm not going to be shouting out any subs during the show. I want to keep it as free flow as possible, so let's get right into it, man. I appreciate all the love and support, though, throughout the show. Just know that if you guys sub, it doesn't go unnoticed. I fucking love you guys, man. Thank you for all the support. But let's get into it, man. We got Paris Legion kicking things off against the Florida Mutineers. Ben, I thought Paris was gonna get fucking smoked. They haven't looked good at all. They've been losing every series. I heard that there was problems in their camp, but today they were all smiles. It just looked like a whole different team.
Yeah, Tom, you know, Group A is kind of wild, especially with Toronto winning today. And all of a sudden, Paris with this win, if they can nab another next week, and we'll get in that in a minute, you know, this is a big victory for them, getting 2 and 3 in the group. Maybe they avoid the first round of losers. Maybe in a wild situation, they can maybe go up a few more spots. But looking at the vetoes, Tom, I actually think this worked out well for Paris. We've talked a lot about Florida's struggles on checkmate hardpoint, which plays very well into Paris's hand because it gets Garrison in the series, which Florida's decent at, but we know that that's Paris's by far best hardpoint. And Tom, I think we'll get right in that first map. Really good start from the boys over on the Legion.
Yeah, definitely a good start. They needed this. They needed a series to come out and just absolutely fry. A team like Paris who's been struggling, obviously they pick up Temp. They bench fire, they pick up Temp, and a lot of people looked at Paris as a top team, and people thought the one change was going to put them over the edge. People thought they were going to be at the top of the top, competing with the best of the teams, and they do compete. They're always competing, but It just feels like they have a problem executing. But today they did that. They came out, like I said before, they came out all smiles and they looked like they were just having a good time. And that's what I want to see from them. I don't want to see them on there just stressed and having like a lot of pressure on themselves. I want them to come out here, enjoy themselves, remember why they're doing this, and just have a good time. And it showed in their gameplay, man. And they were working really, really well together today too. Their teamwork was on point. I'm a big fan of Classic. I was watching him play today, and I'm just, you know what? This guy's just fundamentally sound, man. He's just fundamentally sound. I like watching him play. He's not flashy. He doesn't do anything crazy, but he makes right plays. He makes good plays. He plays his life a lot. He puts himself in good positions. I just want to give a shout out to Classic because I feel like his gameplay is just underrated, to be honest. And it was great to see them come out and win today, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, Nick has been up and down in a few series, but I think he played really well today along with the team, and I really liked how they battled back in this map because we're watching this P3 on these next two hills. Florida got a lot of time, and I think they went up like 120 to 50 or 115 to 50. But Paris slowly whittled it away, especially with a lot of good work on the P1s. Making the P2s pretty mixed for both teams.
Yep.
And they were able to clutch up Tom here on the second rotation.
Yep.
I agree with you. Like, I think for Paris, people had some high expectations of this team, teaming with Donnie. I think they're going to be a little bit slower to kind of figure it out. It looks like they've kind of shuffled the roles again on this team. It looks like Don is running an AR now. It looks like Scraps is back on the sub. So I think they're still trying to figure out what comp works for them. But whatever they did worked. I mean, Florida's a decent to good respawn team, and Paris took 3 respawns in the series.
Yep, and that's exactly what you want to see. I actually have a guest come on from Paris. He goes by the name of Scraps, ladies and gentlemen. He's actually in the call right now. I'm not sure if he's ready to go. I'm going to drag him in. Matty!
Yo, T!
Yo, what's good?
How you doing, Scraps?
Yes, boys. What's happening?
What's happening, brother? Good win today. Good win today, kid.
Appreciate it, T.
Hey,
It was your vibes. It was your vibes last night, bro. You called it,
the
man.
vibes. I told you, man. I said, come out, have a good fucking time, man. Now, listen, I did predict you guys to lose, but then after our GTA stream, I was like, there's no way. There is no way. There's no way you guys are losing after a GTA play last night. No fucking, no way.
We've been in a slump, so, you know, I understand why people are predicting against us, isn't it? It is what it is. That's
no,
a part of the game, man.
Yeah, 100%. And if anything, it just motivates you to prove people wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We got nothing to lose. There's no pressure on us. So
100%.
if anything, bro, it's not even that bad, really.
So now that you're in here, I mean, you guys were definitely on a little losing slump, right? You guys come in. Florida's definitely no walk in the park. They're a great team. Did you guys change anything? You guys just looked like you were all smiles today. Like, was there a mindset change? Was there anything said beforehand? Like, what's going on?
Insight.gg, man. We all sat down yesterday and we was going over shit, you know, and just, I don't know, man. It's working
clicking
together, and obviously it's not been the best, like you've probably heard. The camp's been down a bit, but you know that's all a part of the process, and you know, it only makes us better.
100%.
Everyone's just got to hang in there, you know.
Yeah, haters are your biggest motivator. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always say. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving. You guys know the fucking deal, man. I say it all the time.
I want to expand on that a little bit. So obviously you guys were watching VOD. Like, what was the focus there? Are you just trying to like rethink your approaches in certain situations?
I mean, we were just like, especially mainly hard points, like on rotational setups. There's always like one little thing that goes wrong, like when we're holding a setup or even a tight setup, and you know it just spirals out of control there. So going over the basics, what to do in certain situations on the rotations to hills, and
wake up.
You know, it helps out a lot. You know, getting everybody on the same page. I think that's what we needed.
100%. You guys come out this first map. You guys go down. You know, Florida had the lead for the most part, but you guys ended up turning it around in the second half of the game. How did you guys do it? Were you guys just focusing on your rotations, just trying to stay disciplined? It got a little scrappy at times, but it just seemed like you guys kicked up.
Yeah, I mean, that floating tank kill is usually like one of our weakest links. I'm pretty sure we break out here. You know, we keep them trapped in a bit.
That's good.
Every time we play these, we play this map, and we're pretty good on it. Like we're like 6-1, 7-1 on it. It doesn't make sense for him to play us on it, but I mean, thank you for picking it. I guess it's our best.
Yeah, map. I think Matty, the difficulty is they've had such a huge struggle on checkmate hardpoint that they've got to now remove it from series.
So have we, and the only team that beat him on Garrison is us. So
yeah. So I think they feel more confident on Garrison than checkmate, and it plays in your hands because you're able to get a map 1 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you guys come out and you do your thing and you look really good, but there's also questions on the other side with Florida, with this team, because they make the change with Slacked and they're still not executing. Like, they're still not looking like they're ready. Just it doesn't seem like they're. What's the word I'm looking for here, Ben? I know you're good with words. What's the word? They don't look like they should be. They need to make another change. They need to make another change. And I'm seeing things. I'm seeing things about Hook maybe going over there.
Yeah.
I'm seeing things about maybe Hook. I'm seeing a lot of rumors going on. I really don't know what the hell's going on in this camp, and it's very weird to me because they're so fucking talented. The whole team. You have Neptune, who when you watch him play, you're like, wow, this guy's talented. He makes boneheaded plays sometimes, I'm going to be honest. Like, sometimes he definitely goes a little rogue, and I think that's just a work in progress for him. But we've been saying this all year, so you're going to want to see him turn it around. Awakening. Everybody talks about Big Wake and Skies, and then they bring in Havoc. Like, this is a talented roster from top to bottom. So it's like, I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know what's going on here, and I'm curious to see if they make another change. But what do you think, Ben?
Well, so let's talk about the change first. I do not think that a team, unless Dallas is willing to let go of Hook for an insane discount, I don't think there's a team in the CDL that's going to pay his salary and then pay what will probably be a significant six-figure buyout for him.
It's probably going to be $500,000 to $1 million.
The other option is to do a one-for-one player trade, but then for those teams, like, is it really worth it at that point, understanding that he got dropped for whatever reason? So I think if they're going to make a change, like, I think the issue is that what it seems like to me in these matches where they lose is not necessarily the sub players having problems. It doesn't seem like they're getting consistent AR sling, and I don't know if that's a weird role issue or just players going to different spots and they're not getting Skies and Awakening in the spots they need to make plays. But I've noticed in these games, Tom, that like either Skies or Big Wake really struggles in these series where they lose. And then when they win, both guys are playing pretty well. That also being said, I want to expand on the fact that Havoc's come in, he's been fine, but it hasn't been a huge step up in the slaying from Slacked. I think they're going to keep working on it with Havoc. But it's another series again, Tom, of Florida. Like, there's no idea and no way to predict this team. You have no idea which Florida team is going to show up.
That's what I'm saying. It's so weird to me. It's just so weird. Every day I wake up, we do this show, and then we do predictions. And whenever I see Florida, I go confused. My brain starts hurting.
Florida again. They've chalked so many of my predictions by me picking them in series.
No, they really do. I don't know what it is. And again, like I said before, it's just not a talent thing. I just feel like maybe they just need, I don't know, which is why it was weird that they got rid of Slacked, because I thought Slacked was the one that was keeping them together, like trying to teach them how to stay disciplined and play the game the right way. And that's why I just don't think I think they need another change, to be honest. I think they do. I think it won't hurt them at this point. I think if they want to compete and be the best. But on top of that, if they want to keep trying it with this new roster, I know Havoc's still kind of new. I mean, how new is he? A couple weeks now? Is it a couple weeks? How long has it been?
It's a couple weeks, but Tom, I want to just kind of expand on that point while I switch over to S&D. Like what moves are there for them to make that are going to like improve the situation they're currently in? But they're not going to. Let's be realistic, right?
I don't see his buyout being that high, Ben. How can you do that to somebody you bench? As stupid as that sounds.
Nah, his buyout's gonna be insane.
Would Astro really do that to him?
Yeah. I mean, it's a business now.
Decision,
it's a business now. At this day and age, Matty, like, Hasler's going to get his buck.
So he's just going to keep him on the bench, paying him. We know what he gets paid roundabout. Is he just going to keep paying him out every month to do nothing?
I mean, I'm sure there could be something negotiated. Like, obviously, I said 500,000 to $1 million. Yeah. But a lot of you guys are like 500,000 with a bunch of question marks. Guys, it's gonna be a lot of money. Hook is not gonna be no fucking walk in the park. They're not gonna give him 100, 200 grand and just take Hook. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, this is a superstar fucking player. He's their franchise player. And if Hasho's going to give him up, because it benefits them to keep somebody like Hook on the bench, to be honest, just in case they want to bring him back in. So if they're going to give up one of their best players, a superstar franchise player, it's gonna be for a lot of money. Unless they're getting a player back in return, or there's a trade situation, you can negotiate with the money, the dollar signs, whatever the fuck. We'll see.
Can we talk about something else? Talk about this on Tom. So,
yeah.
So I want to make 2 points on this, Matty. One is there are other people now involved with the NBA org. It's just not Stro anymore. There are investors. There's a lot of other members of the board, and they may not necessarily agree with his strategy and his process, and maybe letting Kyler go where he wants. And I've also seen a lot of people on Twitter today talk about this Dallas Morning News or this Dallas News article, and I think people are misreading what the article says. I'm going to read for you word for word what this article says.
Go for it.
NV Gaming owner Mike Rufael, aka Hastro, told the News on Monday that nothing is set in stone for the Empire in the recent move. Were Dallas to move on from Garland, aka Kyler, Castro said he would trade him to the team of his desire. The key word in that sentence is were, which means that they haven't moved on from him. And if they moved on from him, obviously he would do the right thing. I think the were part is really big. I think the trigger on that is either it becomes an untenable situation or someone actually pays the price to get him. And I don't know if teams in this situation are going to be willing to meet that number.
So what do they
is
do
my
then?
guess.
What do they do if nobody meets that number?
Then they keep paying him his salary.
Yeah,
For what,
they keep
though?
paying him.
What,
I mean,
what do they get from that if you don't like? That's how I'm looking at it. What are they gaining from that? Because he's probably not going to play for them again if that's the case.
They're going to make another team better if they let him go. That's all. There's
But
a
they're
cost
also
benefit
going to waste
analysis
like
there.
what $500,000 of even just sat on the bench doing nothing.
I mean, it's already kind of a sunk cost though. If you think about it, you've already committed to paying this contract.
true.
It's not
It's
like,
already pretty much full, almost paid out. I mean, we're getting to the last few months of it.
They've
enough.
already built their annual operating plan around the player expenditures on the team, aka Collar's salary. But I agree with you, Matty. Like the right thing to do here is if he's not a fit on the team, like they should find him a new home. I just think it's a little bit harder with a player like that because he's getting paid a lot.
Definitely, he's a superstar. He's one of the rare breeds, so it does make sense for him to go such high price.
Yeah, and they're going to want a little bit of something to part with so they can make a little bit more money on him. So
Definitely.
it is what it is. And as we talked about in the show yesterday, like I would monitor this situation for a couple weeks, guys. If a move happens here, I think it's going to take a while for parties to negotiate and figure out the mechanics of it. I don't think it's going to be like an overnight thing with him going to another team.
I mean, let's be honest. It's gonna be, if anybody wants Hook, it's gonna be nearly impossible unless they're willing to spend a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting Hook for cheap.
Like, who do you think is willing to? Org standpoint.
Honestly,
I can't give you many names.
I don't think any. That's why I'm like, I think he might be getting screwed here. I think because of the contract that he's on now, he's not getting screwed. He's making a lot of fucking money. I'm saying screwed in terms of like if he wants to compete and try and get on another team, it might be looking kind of slow. Now, I don't think this impacts Kyler's career at all because I think when his contract is up, I think eventually going into like an off season, he's talking to orgs or whatever, he's gonna get picked up. You know what I'm saying? Where other people, I really don't know.
Low key, 100T could probably splash the bag on him.
Maybe if they're willing to do that. Because
if they obviously carry on what they're doing, and it is what it is. But I mean, I could see him slipping in there for Venom.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is!
That's good. And they will hold the money.
Matty!
What's going on, Zin? Nice to see you, brother.
Listen up. Hook, $500,000 minimum. Only teams that I could see that would pay for him
only one
are Thieves, and here's the curveball, which
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
I think there's a 0% chance.
Yep.
FaZe.
FaZe would be a team that would if they ever wanted to make that move.
If they ever wanted to make the move, that's the only team.
For who?
All right, then. For who? The only people you could drop for him is it'd be a Simp or a BZ. You're not dropping either of them.
Nah, I think.
No, but I see what Ginny's saying is like if someone had to actually pay the price, they would.
I think FaZe or Thieves, the only teams that actually would, if they really wanted him, would make that change. And the only way FaZe could do it is if, like you said, you get rid of Simp or BZ, or you put a BZ on a flex roll. Which
no, that's not gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying org wise. Like,
I think it's
those
a
are
good
the
point
only
from Zen,
teams.
though,
Like those are the only teams that I think that would make a move if they actually wanted.
I got one for you. What about Optic?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, but it's never gonna happen. The only way that'd happen is if Scump retires, and he ain't retiring. He's still in form.
True.
Yeah, bro. Seth has been playing well.
No, I wasn't even saying for Seth.
That's what I mean. That's the same situation.
Who would they drop?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It might. Listen, man.
Same thing he's saying about FaZe.
Yeah. Like I don't know who the fuck it's gonna be.
One more team I have.
But
I think LAG could cough up cash for Kyler if they really wanted him.
LAG's owners have a lot of money, so yes, I could definitely see that.
But is that a team Kyler even wants to go to?
I don't know about that.
That might even be.
They're even going through a lot in football, aren't they, Ben?
The issue with Kyler.
I mean, they've plucked a lot of money on Arsenal, but go ahead, Zen.
The teams that I think he would want to go to are not paying how much he's worth. It's just like I said, I guarantee you, it's $500,000 minimum.
That's why I'm saying Optic and FaZe and those guys.
So here's what I see happening. I think Hook stays on Dallas for the rest of the year.
Yeah, probably.
They'll see what happens. In order to bring Kyler back, I think I'm not sure if
they have to drop everyone if they want to bring him back. He's not going to play with them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there would have to be if they bring Kyler back, it's going to be all right. What the fuck do you want to do? And then we'll work around it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I think that's like the last case.
Yeah,
And
Dallas has to be shit for that to happen.
Assuming we don't see Kyler play for Empire again, we're not going to see him on a new team till next year. And at that point, that's where a team maybe will drop the cash and then build around him.
When does his contract end? Is he going to even have a buyout by then?
I'm
I
not
don't think
sure.
so. I think he probably re-signed something, honestly.
Yeah, I would assume he re-signed something, and if that's the case, it's just like it's gonna be a weird game of limbo where it's like, okay, he's gonna have desirable places, Envy's gonna want money, but it's like they're gonna have to find a medium to make him happy because I mean I haven't heard a bad thing about Stro in the sense that I don't think he's ever intentionally screwed a player over.
He did the same with Clay, right? Did he not basically? He didn't like make it stupid price for him, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did what he could to facilitate that, but
I mean, by the way, they had to pay a tremendous buyout to get Shotzi off a splice. So they, on Collar's behalf, invested a lot in bringing in Illy and Shotzi together as a unit to work with that team. So I think there's a deep connection there. That's why I agree with Zin. Like, it's going to be a tough divorce if that's where it's going to. And I don't think it's an overnight process.
100%.
The one thing in Kyler's favor is Dallas isn't towards like the bottom portion of teams trying to qualify for champs, so he doesn't really have to worry about NV being that worried about making a team better, right? Like it depends on how they're thinking, right? Like if you're like a 7th, 8th place team, Kyler's not going anywhere. But because they're a little up there in the standings, that's at least better for him in the sense that, yeah, they'll make another team better, but at least they're not competing with them for the champ spot.
Yeah, we'll see with Kyler, but let's move on the conversation because we are watching Paris versus Florida, and I do want to talk about this map because, Maddie, I see Donnie in the chat saying more Paris guys, more Paris. Temp, what the fuck happened to this map?
Oh, bro, I'm going to be honest, we outplayed them this map, to be fair. We choked so bad.
That's what I'm saying.
We went up like 5-3, was it? I'm pretty sure, and
you guys win this round. I won actually. I had this round notated down because Neptune had quite a few licks at the lollipop in this round and kind of missed. And I thought at this point you guys were going to clean out.
We just choked on closing out the game here, in my opinion. We played it pretty well, which is obviously a surprise because our weakest link has been S&D for sure.
Why do you think that is, though? Like, why do you think S&D is like the weakest link? I feel like you guys got a good S&D team.
I know, you're right, but I just don't know. I don't know, mate.
Interesting.
Just not been up to par, but we've been going over it a lot and practicing a lot, so
yeah, 100%.
Hopefully we can keep seeing these improvements because we should have won this, and we rarely say that about an S&D. Usually it's either 6-0, 6-1, or 6-2.
Did they just adapt to you guys?
Hey,
like, did you guys start changing it up? Did they start changing it up? Like, how did this all go down? Like the second half of this game, because it looked like right here, you guys just gave up the whole A bomb site, right? Like, whose strat call was that to just give up the site? But I honestly don't mind the play of you guys full hitting this on the flank real quick and then just trying to pinch them in on the site. I kind of like the play.
I can't remember what it was exactly. I wasn't involved. I mean, I think they should have just. Pretty sure we spoke about this. You should have just went a bit quicker.
The
situation, I'm pretty sure is what happened exactly.
Yeah, we got Temp in the call. He said that was a bad play. Drag, what's going on, Big Don?
Listen, the play was trash, bro. Listen, we're playing for the win. We're playing for the win. We got good intentions. It was a trash play. Listen, we're throwing that play out the playbook. Listen, we'll never
throw it away, Don. Throw it away.
We're throwing it away, bro.
The fuck was that? Scratch it off. Scratch it off.
Might have been one of the worst calls out of the boys. It's
Who called it? Who called it?
Listen, don't worry about who called it.
All right, my bad. My bad.
It's 50-50 blame. I'm taking half the blame.
Okay.
I supported it, you know?
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you gotta support it though, even if you know in your head it's a bad play. Yeah, you gotta have trust in people. You gotta be like, fuck it, let's roll with it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You guys ended up. This got a little scary because I was like, come on, Paris, just fucking close it out. If you go up 2-0, bada bing, bada boom, it's over. But then you guys choked this map, and it was unlucky. It goes around 11. What was your thought process around 11? Who made a call? What was going on here? You guys fucking hit mid like a bunch of lunatics. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Listen, I did not want Yuli and Maddie to chat like that, but
Oh, I shot after he died, bro.
Yeah. Listen, listen, T. It's a little bit of
I called before anyone died. Let's wrap it. Let's wrap it straight away.
That is true. Listen. We got more. We gotta just get better on our S&D execution. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
You guys went fucking rogue.
We went rogue.
You guys did get rogue, but I'd rather you guys go rogue.
For the dub,
I was gonna say.
We're playing for the win.
I was gonna say that I'd rather see you guys go rogue than not do fucking jack shit on the map.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys ended up choking this. But you guys close it out. Move on to the next map, Ben. They try to hit mid like a bunch of idiots. They get picked, and then they fucking die. They lose around 11. It is what it is. But then we go into a raid control. This was a big win for you guys. Maddie, I saw you doing your thing this first round in Arc, clutching up. I think. Okay, so you guys start on the offensive side, right? You guys come out and win this first offense, do you not?
No,
we started on D. We started on D.
You start on D.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's 1-0
fucking you farted all the way. Okay, my bad, man. I was confused.
I'm skipping to the end of this round.
I was gonna say, I could have sworn Maddie was in Art in the first round, just absolutely frying.
He was.
That's why I was like, where the fuck is going on?
Listen, I'm trying
skip
to.
the first round.
I'm trying to set up the narrative of what
Oh
we're
my
talking
bad,
about
he set up the narrative.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, set it up.
What I thought was the big talking point in this series, which was Neptune got streaks at the end of this round, and they kind of chucked the streaks away in the third round, and you guys went ahead and closed it out on the fourth round.
Wait, run that back, Ben. I got one thing to say. You just skipped something. Run that back to where Caesar challenged.
Oh, he definitely skipped something because he's been skipping for fucking 5 minutes now.
Run it, yeah, right here. Like, yo,
I'm getting a fucking headache over
yo,
here.
are people reading the YouTube chats? Like, they're trying to disrespect me, yo. Like, yo, people are challenging that against me. Like, Jesus Christ, bro.
I don't.
Feeling himself.
The streak usage. Do you guys agree with the streak usage here? I like it. I didn't mind it. I was
like, yo, just send it.
Yeah, just send it, bro. Just fucking send it.
Let's just send it.
But the problem is, I feel like you guys didn't do anything off of it. That was the problem. I would like to see you guys like follow in after it or like hit kitchen. I don't know, like do something. You guys didn't really get much control from it.
You need a kitchen push here. You guys were set if you.
But Maddie, you're making fucking plays, kid. You were making plays this map. Yo, if you would have got, if you weren't weak, you would have killed that kid, and you guys probably would have clutched this up.
Yeah, that was the killer. If I made that one kill on Neptune, we win the round there.
Yeah. This guy just fucking, bro. This guy does.
The pistol is broken. Can we talk about this? The DMI is disgusting.
Yeah, the pistol is fucking fugazi. It is fugazi. It's COD, bro. The pistols are always fucking fugazi, man. It happens every fucking year.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, you got AR players. They got a fucking.
Shot at Nagafen.
Yeah, they got a guy like AR, and then they got fucking pistols in their back pocket that shoot missiles. And they're bitching about subs. But what are you gonna do?
The Krig's the best. If I hear anyone complaining about the sub, you deserve a backhand, bro. The Krig's the best shit by a mile.
Oh yeah, it is. It's not even close. Now you got the FAR coming into play. You got the FAR in Milan. What do you guys think about that?
She was making out like a Maddox and Express.
I'm trying it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I saw you tweeting about it. I saw John tweeting about it.
I'm trying it, bro. That's all I got to say. He was absolutely beaming. Yeah. It looks like a Maddie vibe. Like you're just snapping. You're just on point.
Nah, honestly, the Maddox is like a good way to put it. Like it's like one of those crossover guns. Like you could just do it all with it.
You could just do it all if you're not missing.
Yeah, and then the Milano, I don't know about the Milano. I personally think it's fucking fugazi.
I seen Envoy's first live with it. Even Don called, yo, he's changing class as we speak.
Yeah,
you can see it in the first round when he comes in.
I saw it.
And then he pulled it out on the raid control.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those guns. I think he likes it on raid because there's a lot of head glitches, or at least when I was talking to him.
It does look decent, but I just feel like the 4U is just better than it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. The 74U is just a really good gun, so.
So we're okay with the FAR, and we think the Milano is.
I need to try the FAR. I haven't seen enough of it. I've not seen enough of the FAR.
Yeah, we gotta see more of it. Gotta see more of it for sure.
I feel like Envoy was frying with the 74U, and then he just literally put it away. Like on Checkmate, I swear he had the most kills first map, and then he just put the 74U away for the rest of the series.
I mean, it comes down to their practice too. Maybe he was using it in practice and just absolutely peasing with it, and just like he was
I think he just likes using weird shit. He was using that Uzi last year. Remember?
Yeah, with the Uzi. But I liked using the Uzi too. That shit was godlike.
The little Uzi version.
I don't know when the Uzi, but then wasn't the Uzi like fucking nuts, and then they banned like a bear. What happened?
The Mags got GA'd.
The Mags got GA'd. It was disgusting. They GA'd that shit after a day. I'm done. Remember I was dropping fucking 40s and shit in every map with it? Remember I was going crazy with it?
He's on face.
This guy's going on FaceTime in the middle of the flank? I can't believe this shit. Who's he talking to?
Yeah, Donnie's asking you a question.
What the fuck? Oh, you guys are together right now? You guys are together?
Right now.
It's because Kenny's picking him up in it, so he's making sure he's.
Bet.
He'll be back in a
right, as soon as I'm
here. Wait, my bad. No, I'm here.
As soon as I go to gas myself, you dip the fuck out.
No. Tom, what you need?
I said, remember with the Mags, with the Uzi, I was dropping 40 a map in scrims. Remember that shit?
No cap.
I really was.
No cap.
And then they said, we gotta get this shit out of here. I said, okay. Whatever you guys want to do.
All right, I'm dragging this back on topic. So again,
Sorry, Ben. Sorry.
Talking point I felt like is Neptune Easy Streaks didn't get anything out of either. And then you guys kind of did the round 4. I thought this was like kind of a prevailing thing today, Tom. I didn't really see a lot of like amazing streak usage. There was like one instance, I'm trying to remember which series it was, where someone did use a streak to break and it worked really well. But ultimately, like the rest of this, all of the matches we watched today, I feel like people just been burgering streaks left and right.
I'm gonna
Bring
be
back
honest.
Slack. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay, Zenny. It's okay. I'm very confused with pros and streaks because I feel like every fucking team just bottles streaks. Like, all
One
the
thing
time.
I will say is because like I've just always played for streaks like my whole career. I stress them. I feel like they're like I feel like everything's under like cover in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
all the
it's
cruise
easy to
missile
dodge 'em.
kills, you gotta like bend them in some weird spots. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
And then if
100%.
you call it on Moscow, you can't even see
You
anything
can't see
on the map.
shit. Yeah, I will never
like,
forget.
Good luck with
Thank
checkmate.
God I thought it was
You know what
me.
I'm saying?
Thank
Like, I
God.
will say
No,
thought I
you
was
can't.
blind.
Yeah,
I
like-
thought I was blind.
I'll never
tried
forget.
to-
In the beginning of the year, I went into a private match to go practice like the missile placements with ASIM, like curving stuff on Moscow. I literally
Yeah.
couldn't, even in a private match when there was no pressure, I couldn't even figure it out. I was like, I don't know where I am when I call
One
a missile.
time I tried bending it into library and I landed it on P1. I said-
I don't. Let's not be closer.
I don't know what the fuck I
P1.
was looking at.
The fuck are you doing?
Oh, some pieces out of Matty here.
Yeah, but big plays out of Paris on this control. You guys end up closing this out 3-1. Do you not?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything special that you guys
Sure.
did? Anything that you guys changed up, or just kind of sticking to the game plan?
Stick to the game plan.
Into the game plan, isn't it done?
I like
I think
that.
we got a real nice game plan on this map, and if we stick to it, I think we have a good chance versus any team.
Look at my guy there,
Yeah. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that,
Bro.
Maddie?
Wait, let's hit a rewind.
Jubilant.
Let's take a peek.
What, bro?
Wait, that was Havoc too, right?
Yes, look at
That's
it.
a lot of confidence for a .6.
Oh
Jesus
my-
Christ.
Oh my God.
Jesus fucking
Mm.
Christ.
Zip in the top rope.
Maron said he came out the fucking top ropes.
Bring back slacked.
Oh, fuck.
There's no way Nick like accidentally shot you in
You
the
can
back
rely,
either, right?
you can rely on a Nicky D trade though every time.
Facts. Nicky D, I was just saying, Classic is just fundamentally sound, bro. He's not flashy. He doesn't do anything crazy, but he's just so reliable, man. He's just reliable.
Love Nick.
He's a
Love
good
him.
fucking teammate, man. He's just a
Next
good
to
player.
go. Next to go.
He
All
is.
right,
He's a good guy. What,
let's
Ben?
skip to the next
You want to
map.
skip to the next map? Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Donnie with a big 2-piece right there, though. You missed it. You skipped over it.
No, it's all good.
Big
It's all
Don,
good.
you fried at the end of that, though. You were
It's
beaming.
bad
Wait, you gotta
time,
show
bad
my
time.
4-piece though. That's all I care.
Show
gotta
him
show him.
right here.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Yo, Dom was getting
Oh
gassed.
my-
Yeah,
Oh.
I actually got
I loved
hype.
it, bro.
I actually got hype for once.
It was
You
man.
got
over from
hyped?
this point onwards.
Yeah, I got hyped.
Yeah,
Oh, I was
Right.
over then. It was fucking over then.
It was over.
Good
for sure.
plays. Good fucking plays, Don.
just straight.
Yeah, I like you with the AR, Don. I'm gonna be honest. I like you when you run an AR.
I like it too, man.
You revive. Look at this. Awakening, get to sit the fuck down.
Oh, come on,
The
Big
fuck
Joe.
Oh,
Get
you're
touched.
beaming, and then you
I'm
play your life, drop the
beaming.
trophy
Nah.
down. You're
So-
doing it all,
Come
Don.
on,
You're doing
man.
everything.
Serious question.
Here we go.
I was trying about Havoc, but I do think Slack deserves to be in this roster. I've been playing with Slack for a bit, but what do we think about Skies and Awakening together? Do we
That's
think
what I brought up
it
at the
works?
beginning of the show.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
It's
No,
inconsistent.
I agree with you. I think there's no consistency there with those two guys right
They are
now.
both really good, but there's no consistency there with them both. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on there.
It worked in 5v5 when you had the leader and fucking commander of comms F3 GOAT,
Yeah,
Rest in
but
peace.
it hasn't worked in this
big
game
loss.
really.
No,
So
it hasn't. This is a different game.
I
This
mean,
is a different ball game. This is a different ball game for sure.
so I mean, at what point do you make a decision and you're like, okay, let's try switching up the roles that we didn't necessarily think of, right? Because I'm assuming Florida this whole time has been thinking, okay, we have Skies and Awakening, we need a sub duo that can get it done. Whereas maybe the whole time it's been one of the ARs just not working well with the other.
Well, that's where I said maybe you see a trade coming in with Florida and Dallas. You trade because it's a perfect trade. You trade
Who do you
either you either trade Awakening and Hook or Skies and Hook. And
Well, I would never get rid of
They
Big
would-
Wake though.
that's
They
what I'm
would
saying.
not-
I don't see them getting
Yeah.
rid of Big Wake. But so if they say they trade Skies, you put Skies on the main for Dallas. You put Krim at the flex role.
I'd do one for one, Kyler
No,
for
they would.
Wake.
They wouldn't do Skies. They wouldn't do.
But hold on,
Caesar.
can we?
So,
first,
so
I
they're
wanna,
not gonna do it. They're not gonna do Wake, and they're not gonna do Skies. And we're
No,
talking
no,
about.
no. I think Dallas would consider Wake.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think Florida would give up Wake.
If
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
Florida, I'm doing it. They need a Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
Guys can do similar things to what Awakening can do. Yeah, he's more
They're very
flashier
good.
and
They're both
he
very
does
good.
do way more crazier things. But I'd take that trade if I'm Florida.
I wanna move over to the map because I think this ties in this conversation. To begin though, Paris boys, I want to understand the thought process and the setup you guys have here because you rotate here early, and you guys decide not to get bus control. Like, what was the thought process there?
Listen. All right, I could break this down perfectly. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Listen, this is
Break
one
it
thing
down.
I actually have learned. Listen, all right, wait, that sounds like a shady, but this is something that Austin implemented on our old team that's actually good. I think you don't, if you have all the bank, like say we can like cut off bank, we don't need to sit in gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think Yuli just sitting in gold. I think he dies here, right? I mean, you have a pause. I don't think Yuli should just be sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need gold if we have a full setup. You see what I'm saying?
I think
Yeah.
y'all should be
And
just fucking pushing bus.
No, we should be, but I'm holding the cross. We get the kills. Look, we get the trade.
Oh,
And then
straight
look at
finessing,
number
bro.
3. Look at number 3.
It's a little
He just
mixy
run-
though.
Straight
No, but he
finessing?
just
Look
wait.
at
No,
me.
that's because Yuli just ran at Awakening and died, brother.
I was
not
feeling
see that?
himself.
Did
I was
he?
feeling himself. I had to
Yeah,
reload, guys.
back it up, man.
Back it up. Back it
I'll
up.
have the backups to come in.
Yeah, I'm
Reverse that
saying-
shit.
I'm saying Yuli should just. We don't need gold if we have a full setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yes,
know
we-
what you're saying, but I think right here,
No,
I
no,
think
we
it-
should be taking the timing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
we're a little slow. We're a little
Yeah,
slow,
for
but
sure,
that's
for
okay.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? We still have a god setup.
Okay, there he goes. He's
where if we-
going. There he goes. He's inching
Yeah.
up. I see what he's
He just
doing.
He just fucking chows him.
Yeah,
He just
yeah,
chows
yeah.
him, Tom.
Yeah. He just chows him. He goes.
That's
a
a
little-
tough
somewhere
chow.
somewhere
Hey,
else. You know what I'm
what it
saying?
is, Don? He blacked out. He blacked
He
out.
blacked out. He blacked out.
He
It's all
blacked
good.
out.
We gotta stick to the game plan. You know what I'm saying? He blacked out a little bit.
Yeah,
It's all
he
good.
blacked out. You know, I've had my fair shares of blacking out.
Let's listen in with Florida here. Let's see what the comms
Yeah,
are
let's
like.
take a look. Let's go into an Astro game listening what the Florida Mune is.
Short, I'm
Let's have
setting
a
off.
listen.
Monster short, monster short.
Probably going gold, probably going gold. Probably did.
Having time.
Look at the trade.
I'm pretty sure. I just
My
heard
mid, get my mid,
get
get
one
my
bank.
mid. One mid, and one red window. Mid is hitting
Going
court.
gold. You're good.
I'm a
Take
dick.
your time, guys. Get the guarantee
No,
that
flip
time.
him, flip him. They're behind us. He could go gold window.
We already flipped.
Go dead.
Someone say I'm a dick then.
Outer bus, one shot.
Let's go, man. What, Cossack?
Man,
I'm
that's weak.
holding Aski's push.
Let's go,
Let's
let's go, let's go.
I thought it was one of them. Not in the
Backing up,
phones.
I'm helping you. There's two there.
I hear you. Much on the
I
right
have a
cross.
lot of thoughts about this.
I'll try and back up
Yo, try to contest,
He's
try to
close
contest.
left.
Who is that?
Put a board on him. Pick up P2, pick up P2. Yeah, I have it.
Wait, I gotta lower this. I gotta turn this off. Who is that whispering the call outs? Who is that? Do y'all hear that?
I think it's Neptune.
Wait,
Play it again.
Rewind that. He's literally whispering call outs and making me lose full, but it's kind of funny though.
That's a Lamar strat. Lamar does that.
Lamar does
Wait,
do that
okay,
sometimes.
Silence.
I'm helping you. There's two there.
On the right cross.
I'll pick up P2 if you can. I'll try and back up
Yo,
P2.
try to contest, try to
Wait,
contest.
wait.
Yeah, that's
Put a board on him. Pick up P2, pick up P2. Yeah, I have it. Name your left. Shot P2. One shot. That's right. Right,
Yo,
weak.
shoot, scratch, one shot on the gold. One shot globe heady. One shot globe heady.
Huge kill on the guy asking. He's right side
One shot globe
hill.
heady, globe heady.
Right side hill,
One is
guys.
street, one is street.
I'm trying to pick up.
Good plays, Dawn.
He's gonna be under half.
laying down, he's laying
Go
down.
guys in right
Licking
or
walls,
something.
baby.
yeah. What is
Great
Neptune
play.
doing here?
Jump.
Take the
All
challenge.
right. Let me turn the listening off.
Okay, Tom, I hate these comps. I'm gonna be honest
Oh
with you, bro.
shit!
I got a couple thoughts. One is a couple of thoughts. Ready? One is there were basically only like 2 people calling out on our team. At least from what I could tell, there was like very few call-outs from Neptune and Big Wake. Second is like no small talk whatsoever. I heard like one conversation about picking up a lane. That was it. The rest of it was just calling where they died, calling where they
I
spawned.
feel like they're in a panic. I feel like they're in a fucking panic. I feel like that's why Neptune like didn't actually like push. He was just like panicking. He was like, holy shit, this guy could be just running everywhere. Like he was just like holding a corner, waiting for him to run into him. But I don't know. It felt very frantic to me.
Yeah, I agree.
What did you guys think?
Done in ups.
What did you guys think about the comms? Don, Maddie.
Honestly, I was just
He's
laughing
in.
the whole time, bro. I don't want to just troll you. Know what I'm saying? It just sounded funny.
Bring back Slack, man.
Are you saying this because you want to actually see them bring back Slack?
No, I'm being 1,000%. I've been playing with Jerry.
Yeah, I think Jerry's a good
has
pick up for them
mind
too.
the game, and he's a lot better than people give him credit for. And on this team, I just don't think the move that was made makes sense at all. Like, I don't like Valley at all.
I mean, I
only
think it stems
issue-
from what we were talking about before with the
The only
ARs.
issue I'll say is and I agree with you that I think Jerry brings like more stability in tactics and probably a lot of like intangibles, leadership, all that. But he's also got to like, if he comes back in here, he's got to step it up a little bit in sling. I'm not asking for a lot, but he's got to bring a few more kills on the map because I think it'll make a huge difference
I
for
agree.
them.
I mean, but at the same time, like it also comes down to like, look at the way their team plays or played, right? Like he's sort of put in a weird spot where Neptune is super talented, but doesn't necessarily have the most consistent, reliable play style where like you know what he's going to do in most situations. You have Skies and Awakening, who, as we have discussed, like they have not been consistent together. It's not like he was in the best position to go off. You know what I mean?
True. That is true. I mean, we'll see what happens with Florida. I just think something needs to happen. I don't know what, but it does. What happened here with the lag out? I'm a little confused.
It was something to do with his internet.
So his internet went out, and they just said "fuck it," and they gave you guys the win.
Watch it.
Well,
That's just the way it works.
we had over 150 points.
Listen, if you saw that break,
So-
like my internet would drop too, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Nick broke him down perfectly, bro.
Oh,
Nicky
shit.
G, Nicky
No, hold
G
on.
with the two-piece entry. Look at that.
I actually got worried for you guys because you guys have a pretty good lead. You guys have rotation. If he got scan and repair, it's a full replay, right?
Nah, we had over 150 points.
Wait,
If you got scanned, it might have
We
been.
still keep.
No,
we
but-
still keep.
no,
It
no,
doesn't
but
get restart if it's over 150.
Are you
See
sure-
Nicky D right here though.
Is it the same thing with scan though? Is it
Yeah, he's
definitely the
fucking
same
finesse.
Yeah. I didn't
Oh,
say it
really?
today. Yeah,
Oh, I
if
thought
there's
it
over
was-
150 points on the board, then there's no replay.
thing? Oh, I thought scan rules are different.
Yeah, they are. Bance just put in the chat. Scan rules are different. That's what
Yeah, I
he said.
I don't know. We'll have to get to the bottom of it.
To be honest, if they got scanned, it should have been a replay.
What's
Yeah.
up, Ben? What are you pondering about? Let me hear it, buddy.
So I want to have one final question for the Paris boys. Obviously, good dub today. You guys have one more match. You're going up against the Toronto boys next week. Kind of what are your thought about that matchup? What are you going to do kind of to prepare for what should be a really interesting and tough game?
Do our thing, I guess. Yeah, we just got to come out hot. Have a good game plan. I mean, every time we play them, I think we match up pretty well versus them, to be honest. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we do. I think going forward in this week, I mean, we're just gonna feel good and coming off a dub. I think we just needed a dub, man. It was like
That's
I
what
was
I
on like I was on like a 6-loss streak, man. Like we just needed a fucking dub. We just needed to see a W for once and just keep fucking practicing, you know?
That's what I said. I
Okay.
said you guys need a dub here for sure. Today was
yeah, we
today was a
needed it.
big dub for you guys because I don't know what the fuck would have happened. But big win, and you guys have a lot of potential. Like the ceiling is there. It's just you guys gotta execute now and just figure out how to consistently just get some dubs. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, ride the momentum.
But good job to you guys, man. It was nice to see you guys get a W under your belt and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, too.
Appreciate it, man.
But then we go into the next series. We got the Minnesota Rocker going up against Toronto Ultra. We got Bance in the chat right now. Bance, I don't know if you want to join, but you're more than welcome to come in. I know you got the team speak, so just join up and I'll drag you in. But we had another crazy series here, Ben.
Yeah, this was a good series.
Really good series.
This is a good
went last month.
series. I thought that Minnesota will probably rue the mistakes they made on that Garrison.
Oh,
and
they
we'll get
thrown
there.
that control bad.
They definitely tossed that in the bin. Ben needs a pass. Ben, I will send it to you shortly. Let me queue up the first map first.
Cue it
and
up.
talk about this raid hard point real quick, and you guys kind of carry for a sec while
And we
I-
actually have a listen in
What's
here.
up?
Let's tune in to the Minnesota listening.
Money rocks, front.
One side, two front, money.
Three front.
Inside weak. Inside on point.
Three front.
Challenge hill dead.
Thanks, Dad.
Last two, last two.
I'm watching in front of you. I'm watching in front.
Yes. I'm waiting for you guys.
Inside dead.
Nice, good job.
Watch water. Two water.
Yo, can you go for me, Dale?
Two next
I'm
water.
looking
Watch
water.
There's three water.
I'm pre-firing this. I'll do water cross.
There's three water. I'm coming kitchen.
I'll heal. You can go. I need full steps cross.
He's bottom bed.
I have your zig.
Full stairs, weak band. I still love bottom bed. I still love the back. He's really weak. Full stairs, guys. Cammy's dead. Last guy's full stairs.
Still pull stairs.
Yeah.
Yo, go ring.
Okay, I'm going. You guys get
He's on new.
I flashed him.
Base dude. He's on the right side hill.
Kleenex on hill. We.
Take time. We're good.
He's our front kitchen. One guy's our front
I got
kitchen.
it. I got
Oh, what's up,
Vance
is ring. Vance is in ring.
I found kitchen.
Take your time. It's gas.
I'm going for ring, guys.
We're gonna pincher.
Okay, what's our? One guy was our
Vance dead.
Bottom bed. Can be dead.
I'm gonna
Nice,
pitch.
Pillars and hill.
Okay.
Collapse on hill together if we can.
I'll get your pillars.
They're gonna be spawning hard.
Go.
It was a good listening. They have a lot of energy. They're small talking. They seem like they're very into the game. I mean, the listening sounds good. We got Benjamin Bance in the call. What up, Bance?
Hello.
How you doing? How you doing,
what's good,
Benny?
bro? What's good?
We got another Ben in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's drop another win in the chat. Let's drop a win in the chat.
What's good?
Hey, big win today, Ben. You guys come out, you lose the first map. I actually saw some frustrations on you guys' face. What kind of happened on this first map?
Listen, you'll see it. It's coming up here, right?
Oh, it's
This
coming up.
P2,
Okay.
P2 to P3, right? We get to 200 points. They get to 150, right?
Uh-huh.
This rotation was the rotation that lost us the map.
Uh,
We were on our win streak, bro. This would have been we would have probably 3-0'd them, to be honest.
yeah.
But I mean, obviously they choked. But you'll see it in a minute where Lamar finesses on the right, absolutely puts us in a blender, and
Okay.
then Priesthood's able to sneak when we I think it got a tiny bit panicky, which isn't like us.
Yeah, you guys are usually very calm.
Yeah, I think it got a tiny bit like
It was a really
panicky
good.
because
ahead.
they held and got to like 200 I think it was, and we hit the scrap time, and then Priester made the play rotate and then just Yeah, to just put us in the absolute blender.
Yeah,
had a
no,
good setup of
they do
rotation
have a
there.
really good setup. I mean, they got a guy right side bedroom. They got a guy ring. You got a guy in hill blocking spawns. You got a guy
Nothing
zig.
worse.
What the fuck are
Yeah.
you guys supposed to do? At this point, you guys just need to try and win some fights and get an opening here.
Well, the thing I like about this setup, Tom, is like they have the ability to rotate over and double like any lane they want in the situation.
Yeah.
Because they've got such a nice spread, right? If 2 people are in ring, great. They've got 2 guys watching that. If they're going mid, great. This number 7 guy can just yeet out and go pillars.
Yeah.
If they need help with water, great. We'll go get water stairs cross. I really like the setup for Minnesota here.
Well, it's just a tight setup, so if anybody needs help, they can rotate over. They're all very close to each other, and that's what you want to see when you're on rotation. I mean, that's all Raid is just staying disciplined and holding setups. I feel like whoever makes the
this
most
was it.
mistakes, right?
I think I'm a bit behind, but you see right there where Toby was water stairs. If he ran up water stairs, I think like 5 seconds earlier, he kills Lamar before Lamar makes a 2-piece. And then obviously,
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
just one of those
completely different.
things. It was like a timing thing too. It
Yeah.
was like a timing thing. But they definitely have a good setup here. And then they bring it all the way back. I mean, you guys have a good lead right here. Kind of going into that basketball hill. I don't really remember how it played out, but if I remember correctly, did Minnesota break into that basketball? Standy made a play through kitchen, and he got a 2-piece. And I don't know what happened to you guys there. I don't know if the timings were off, but if you want to fast forward it, Ben, because I'm pretty sure right here they get all this time. Like Minnesota, they get most of this. I know, Bance, you try to get in and contest a little bit, but
Priest got through, and then
yeah. So right here on the rotation, somehow Standy, he cuts off you guys' ring. He makes a play through kitchen. Honestly, it was just a good play by Standy to cut you guys off and flank you guys like that, because I guess you guys are all trying to go around the back. But it was just a good play, and then he ends up just finessing in kitchen and playing different corners, and we know how hard this basketball hill is to break. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, it was just those last 2 hills for me that kind of did it for you guys. But I don't know how you feel about it, Ben.
yeah, we didn't get a point for like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they got
But,
streaks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I
like,
mean. We just got put in the blender. It was just choked.
That
yeah.
was unfortunate, to be fair.
But after the map 1, what were the comms like? Were you guys frustrated? Were you guys? What were you talking about?
If it stays on me, I think I got a bit pissed.
Yeah, you looked pissed. You looked pissed.
We'll find it.
Yeah, I was like, bro, what the fuck have we just done?
You definitely looked fucking pissed off.
Yeah, I looked so mad. Yeah, but like, I don't know. We're just quite calm when it goes into the next map.
Yeah, but then we go into the S&D, and we were just talking about it when we were watching it back. But you guys have a crazy record right now in control in S&D. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but it's fucking nuts.
It's like 17-1.
Yeah, you guys are like 17-1. Oh shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Zinni, why you gotta do that shit, man?
Just a joke, man. Everybody lighten up.
I know, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, you guys are like 16, 17-1 in S&D and control. I feel like that's really why you guys are just seeing so much success. I feel like you guys are showing why those other game modes are so important. Because I feel like a lot of people really focus on hardpoint, but like the swing modes are the control in the S&D. Like that's where you're gonna win series. So.
Well, from my POV, we talked about it yesterday. Like I felt like Minnesota might be able to come in here because you guys have obviously played a lot of Call of Duty and they'd be able to sort of game plan. I was a little disappointed in how Minnesota played this S&D. They didn't look too convincing on what is fairly a very good defensive map. And then on offense, it seemed like their like #1 play call is for Standy to army crawl across and try and plant the bomb. They weren't really taking double chows or chows and trying to use their teamwork and skill to try and win offensive rounds, which can be very tough.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
This search was clinical.
It was
very
a clinical performance, a very clinical. I noticed that Minnesota just couldn't get anything going. I feel like there's a lot of single chows coming out of Minnesota some rounds. Sometimes they just seemed like they weren't working together. They just kept getting blooded or getting picked. Sometimes they get a little overzealous, like they'll get the kill. I know one round Standy got a kill and he ended up trying to hit something out. It's just like the little things, you know what I'm saying? And against a team like you guys, Bance, I just feel like you guys take advantage of little mistakes like that.
Yeah, what was Standy doing there? I thought he was Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I don't know. He does it again the next offensive rounds. Then he tries the exact same play again.
Standy's in the chat. He said trolled the first few rounds for sure. Need to get better at S&D.
I mean, attack on this round. The only way you really win a round is if someone makes a miracle 1 or 2 piece.
Yeah, you kind of have to on
unless
attack.
someone on the other team throws a life or gives you a free pick. It's so hard to do something.
Yeah,
You've got
no,
one.
100%.
You've got one option really. You can't go A. No one goes A. You can't. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You need to move that bomb site. So attack on this map. Solid.
They kept getting picked though. Like even I feel like they were blooded every single round. They just didn't make the game easy on themselves.
Well, watch what Sandy does in this situation. He keeps pushing long and he gets picked. I mean, look, maybe he thought that Preston was going to be with him. Maybe they're supposed to Nate was supposed to go there. But on defense, they're just making it difficult for them. And then the other thing I kind of noticed on defense too is they just play very passive on B-bomb. A lot of teams basically that's the all or nothing spot. We'll stack two even in a 3v3 and try and get the trades if they try and two hit us. I felt like in a lot of situations, I saw Dylan number 6, who's kind of their bomb player, sort of give upstairs to help elsewhere, and you guys were able to get bombed down or get in a situation where you had extra trade to win an offensive round.
I mean, the way the map is played, like you just have to capitalize on your defenses. Like going into this map, you assume for the most part that winning offenses are going to be a lot more difficult than winning a defense. And
how did
picks
Ben
on
get
defense,
that kill?
it's just making it easy for the offensive team.
On Lamar?
Yeah.
Lamar was stood in tube and I killed him from low.
He was just standing there? Was that a sub?
No, an AR.
That was an AR? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Maron. Look at fucking shot. But you guys... I was just going to say, you guys just built yourself such a big lead. I mean, at this point, Cammy's 7-0. He's got fucking streaks and shit. This is pretty much over. As long as you guys don't choke your defenses, I think you're good to go here.
Just look at the defense. Like, what can Minnesota do here? They're relying on getting a free pick. But look at Toronto. No one's giving away nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're
nothing.
I mean, that's what I said. Toronto is super disciplined in these game modes. Like S&D and control, like you guys know what you're doing.
Control's the same as S&D. It's literally just getting a kill and playing your life.
Yeah.
The counter to that is try and get them on defense to use all their utility, and then take the team fights in plane and just let the skill carry. It's a total like gritty way to play, but that's really like can be oftentimes your only option on this map in terms of offense.
Yeah, somebody needs to make a play or somebody needs to get a pick. I mean, you just need to force the hand on them. But that's what they did that round, right? Minnesota, they forced the hand to get some bloods to get the bomb down quick, and they make Toronto have to make a play.
I'm gonna skip ahead a bunch of rounds, Tom, because it gets.
Let's watch this.
These are the last 2 rounds. Yeah, these are the last 2 rounds.
I'm down to watch the 1v3. I'm down to watch the 1v3.
That's where I was going in the 1v3.
So every time, first off, great play from Jamie. Every time there's a clutch, you got to give the player who clutch props, but you also have to look at the team that got clutched on and say, what 100%. The fuck were you doing?
No one should be getting a 1v3, 1v4, bro. Don't care.
Bro, 1v3s, 1v4s, even 1v2s okay, but 1v3s, 1v4s, they should not be possible.
The player deserves props, but he shouldn't be able to do that. I agree with you.
I agree. They were just all separated. I mean, all of Minnesota, they were all over the map. There's no trades. There's nobody in a trading position. They didn't even look like they were throwing shimmies. They were just like standing around.
They're just holding off angle, just asking the camera.
Yeah. It was weird. It was definitely really weird. But we'll see it here on our screen. But basically, Toronto, they're on the defensive side. Again, the same setup. You have one guy playing back P2. He's watching the plane cross. He's basically just playing his life back here, getting information.
Yeah.
He's never gonna die there.
This angle from inside is nuts, by the way. I hadn't seen it before, but I don't know how he sees people cross that small crack.
Yeah, but Minnesota, they do a good job. They get some trades on bomb. They make it a 3v2 situation. Lamar flanks the stairs. Boom. You're in a 1v3 situation. You have insight low plane. He ends up peeking Lamar. He gets Lamar standing there. I guess Lamar just didn't know where he is. Now it's a 1v2 situation. Dylan gets caught. I guess he just gets cameraed. He just gets cameraed like really bad. And then it just comes down to a 1v1 between him and Standy.
But like, I don't know what your guys' thought process is. And I want to back up. It's like if they plant the bomb in a normal spot, shouldn't Dylan be playing the other side along to be able to watch if he hops on? Like,
yeah, but I also think Dylan just shouldn't be challenging. I think they should just be like throwing shimmies, just trying to figure out where he is.
The communication, right? Like I wonder maybe Standy was saying I'm behind him, like just keeping or they probably thought they had him trapped. They probably thought like that, Standy was watching the pushback and Dylan had him trapped, and then maybe Dylan didn't expect that type of challenge. I don't know. And then good read from Jamie there too. I'm not sure if he heard him hop up. Maybe I'm not sure.
Someone called out.
Yeah, he heard him.
Okay, so you could fucking hear everything around this fucking plane. It's so loud. It's so damn loud. I mean, I was mind blown when we were trying to catch those cheaters a few weeks ago, Zin, how fucking loud sound whoring actually is.
If you actually, because there's also sound settings that a lot of pros don't take advantage of. There's like settings you can actually manually go ahead and change, and like you hear everything across the map. I haven't done it yet because my ears would be in pain, but I mean, it's fucking. Apparently, there's like an app. I don't know. I got to figure it out because you can hear everything, and that's without the shit I'm talking about. If you have that stuff, you hear everything.
Yeah. No, 100%. Then we go into a control. Garrison control. Ben, I want to get your initial thoughts going into this map.
There were a lot of tosses from both teams.
Listen,
a lot of tosses.
All right, listen. All right. We trolled
You guys
first
called this
2
round.
rounds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding, right? We are so good on attack on this on Garrison. That's why I think a lot of teams don't play us on it. Like we actually win a lot of attacks. As you've seen, we won 2 attacks today. But the first 2 rounds for us, right? Yeah, they threw obviously the next like couple, but the first 2 rounds we threw so bad.
Yep.
Like you'll see in a minute. I think we clear them all out. They're all off spawn.
Yeah. Right here, a
And
minute
then,
left.
And then yeah. So I think I get another kill or something. I got killed, lay down like I'm finessing.
Even
and then
looking at it, yeah, you're up 4 lives. There's a minute left on defense.
And then look, we all just like Cam runs into green, dies. Toby gets caught mid. Jamie runs into gold, dies. Yeah, we all just trolled, and then they obviously just clear us. Which, to be honest, you'd probably say like defense is probably like a 90% win. Like if you play it correctly.
If you play it correctly, yeah.
If you play it, we just played it so wrong.
I also think the fucking, my bad to cut you off, Ben.
No,
just the plat extending, like the point extending, definitely helps the offensive team a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, what were you gonna say? My bad. I thought you were done.
After the second round, I literally shouted at everyone saying, "What the fuck are we doing? If I call something, we do it and we stack." And then and that's just what happened. I think it took a bit for us to obviously like get into our rhythm.
I'm gonna skip to the 4th round, because the defensive rounds are kind of boring to watch. Let me skip.
But yeah, you guys do go down 2-0. And Bance, now that you're in here, I do want to give you some gas because I feel like when we do go into listenings with you guys, I feel like you are the one stepping up in the comms. I feel like you're the one just kind of be that IGL role. Is that how you guys are? Or, like, are you considered that role in the team, or do you guys just kind of all just put an input? And you guys are all just calling and making calls like that?
No, I think everyone makes calls. I think I'm probably the guy that probably calms us down or like gets us hyped as such. Like when we come off spawn, or like we just go 4 dead or something, I'll just be like, all right, everyone chill out this. Like I'll probably be that guy.
Yeah.
But like I think Cam makes a good call on this attack. I think it was. I think Cam was the reason we probably won this round because he called for us to just all hit top green, I think it was, or something.
Yeah.
And we just flew out and just capped the point.
Yeah. This was tough right here. That was real tough when they slid out a plat like that on you. You just got double teamed. Bro, Cammy is absolutely disgusting. This guy is gross. I mean, the whole team, you guys are all disgusting, to be honest. That's why you guys are so good. But I just love watching you guys play. But when you guys went down 2-0 and you guys obviously said you choked it, was there anything said? Like, did you say anything? I know you probably flipped out.
Yeah, I just flipped out, to be honest. I think
just woke everybody up. Just
tilt, simple.
Yeah, it was kind of tilt, but it's also like because I know we're like really good at this map. It's just I feel like we just made a couple mistakes and then it just like carried through. So I was just trying to make everyone realize like we're spot on. Just do what we practice and we'll win sort of thing.
I like how you guys, when you get that beat point, I like how you guys take your time. You guys always take your time going around the back, working through bricks, like working kills. You guys start playing spawn kills, and then once you get that moment to collapse on point, you collapse on point. Like, you guys are very organized in what you're doing, and I think that's why you guys are just looking really good in control right now, because you guys just have a game plan, and I guess in practice, you've just been practicing it so much, you guys just know how to execute, and it shows, man. It shows. You guys are nasty, bro. You guys are actually disgusting. Ben, what did you think when this game was coming to an end, going into this 4th, 5th round? Because you wanted to fast forward here. What did you see?
I mean, I don't want to fast forward because I thought that Minnesota is going to think that they were a big chance to spin the series around. I mean, they really kind of tossed this round as we keep watching out in the round 5.
This round wasn't that much of a throw, but the next one's bad.
Yeah.
The overtime round, the last round.
The round 5.
The overtime round's bad.
Bro, I don't know how they won that round. To be fair, Toronto.
They also let you stay alive there for a good like 30 seconds, I think, right? You were kind of finessing in bricks there for a minute.
Yeah,
they never ran back to kill you.
Yeah, I was hiding for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good play. I mean, just playing your life around bricks and stuff, just being a nuisance, is just so annoying to play against. I mean, whenever a player's just sitting there, just getting kills in the side, constantly switching up corners, it just delays time. It just stalls time.
Corners.
Yeah, there's so many places to play.
This is a situation here, like, I don't know what happened, if this is a miscommunication with Preston sliding out.
Literally 1v1 there.
Yeah. If
Preston wins that 1v1, you lose the round. It literally just comes down to a 1v1.
Yep.
But Mata AC also made a good point. They think Preston probably should slide it on the outside, so at least, if he gets.
Bro, he's got a Krieg in his hand. Just take the wide angle and walk up. Literally, just keep aiming it. It's free kill.
But then we go into an overtime. And Toronto gets the offensive side. So they were down 0-2. They end up bringing it back and tying it up. But they still, going into overtime, had the offensive side. And again, like, defense is just so OP, man. So I think Toronto is definitely at a disadvantage here. But you guys were still able to clutch up. Again, you guys play for that beat point. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you get it pretty early.
It was looking scary at like towards the end, right? I think what were the lives, like 11-9 or even like 10-10, and then I forget exactly what happened. Was it like a wonder piece out of green, or didn't someone take someone off the heady?
Cam flew out and ripped someone off the heady.
Yeah. So that when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Asom. Welcome to the flank, Asom. How you doing?
Hey, I just wanted to come in here and say congratulations, Ben. Congratulations, Maddie. Good fucking wins today.
Appreciate it, brother.
Such a nice guy. What's good, bro?
How you doing, Asom? I've been trying to get you in here, bro.
I just had to go break my fast real quick, you know. Now I'm back.
Oh, I feel you.
Energized. Got nice some nice food.
Love
so yeah,
it.
now I'm fired up. Let's go.
What'd you
Taking
eat?
over tonight.
I had a Popeye chicken sandwich.
Ooh, spicy or regular?
Spicy.
Oh,
And some bowl of fruit. It was fire.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
it was good.
I wasn't anticipating the fruit. I was expecting maybe some French fries, Cajun fries.
Oh no, I got some.
You got
Cajun
those
fries
too?
inside.
Oh.
Yep, I got those.
I had hibachi today. That's what I had.
Hibachi.
Hibachi. Oh yeah,
I had
good
Hawaiian
stuff.
Bros. That was heat.
Oh, that sounds fire too. Look at
Hibachi
us.
is godlike. You ever seen how
We're
much butter
eating
they
good
put in that
today.
shit?
No,
Look,
I'm not.
guys, I think Ben's losing full. Ben, what did you eat today?
I had a hot dog on the golf course, and then I ordered sushi for lunch.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
From 11:29.
What about you,
29
Ben?
is godlike.
Well, we haven't
That
asked the
place
other
is-
Ben
that
yet.
place is
Okay,
really
posh
good.
boy.
Godlike.
Okay, Mr. Suit and Tie.
Also been a 26, 1126.
11:26,
time
whatever,
changing it,
bro.
man.
Roast me. No, I always get sushi on either Saturdays
On the
or
golf
Sundays,
course
you know?
and eating sushi. Wow.
No, I
Is
didn't
that how
eat,
your
I didn't eat
Sundays are
sushi on the
nowadays-
golf
nowadays?
course. Come on, what am I ridiculous?
All right, let's get back into it. We all had good food today. We were all
we got
good.
Benny Vance. What about Benny Vance?
Benz, what you eat today? What did you have to eat?
Fucking hell,
I'll tell you what he
did I
ate.
have?
I'll tell you what he ate. He had a guacamole chicken sandwich,
Yeah.
and then for dinner he had a burger with fries.
Yeah.
Wow.
How did you know that?
God damn.
Because that was the catering to their
Oh.
facility.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that makes sense.
I
But
walked in right after they won. I said, "You guys are fucking shit."
shit.
What? It's a joke. Why are you fucking gassing it up? It's a joke. It's funny.
I'm just fucking around, Sin. I'm fucking
a funny
around.
guy. I'm a funny
You are
guy.
a funny guy. You're a funny fucking guy.
All right, yeah.
All
Let's
right,
get
get back.
Let's get back into the game. Come on. Reel it in. We got a minute left on the clock. Toronto's on the offensive side. They're coming. They're all flooding front. You got number one making a play. That's Gabby.
Yeah, we need to run it back.
We need to go back in
Oh,
time.
fuck.
See how they broke this. Yeah, this is
Run
how they
it
broke
back. Run it back, Ben. Run it back, bro.
How did
Yeah,
you even
I've
break
been
out?
running it back and forth because I was ready to talk about this. But
Yeah,
go
sorry.
My mantle
Go ahead.
hit fired Priesta into bricks. I was fucking
Yeah, I
mind
saw
blown.
that. You actually.
Yo, Ben,
this-
I
this-
thought
this-
it was
bro.
over when you died to that trophy.
Oh,
it was over.
mate, I lost
The trophy,
full-
man.
I lost
Yeah.
full fire.
But guys, again,
Look at the map.
someone-
Look at the map.
someone-
Look at the map.
Yeah.
Look at the map. How did he lose this?
Because they don't kill the guy in bricks. You
They
guys
never
keep
kill the
getting
guy in
finesse in bricks, and there's always one guy either outer or inner bricks just causing havoc.
Insight gets himself on the
Not talking
point.
cult.
I was about to say
No pun
that.
intended there.
See, I feel like with this point extending onto the plat now,
that's
you
a
can
big
just
pinch.
like the
That's a big
contesting is just so easy. People can't just sit back and hold the cross now. Like they
Yeah.
actually have to push up and get on the
How did
point.
Stanley not manage to get one kill pinching? Can we run it back?
That's a great question.
Cam
Ace.
called
I
him
think there were two
Cam
guys.
called him out.
I think there were two guys watching.
Yeah, but you gotta think, Ben. Like when you're pinching there, you gotta get one for the squad.
Yeah, you got it.
Like,
you
You
gotta
gotta
go.
find
Like-
one.
Wait,
You
they break
gotta
this
find
again and
one.
lose. What am I seeing?
I mean,
There's
they
no way.
turned around and he was in a corner. I mean, he got called out.
okay. I don't know.
How'd they
Tom.
lose this again?
I'm not saying it's fully unstandy, but I'm saying like their team needs to be a little
Tremendous
bit.
work. It's
like-
great
How
work.
did,
I
how
don't
did
know.
that stick? Wait,
Oh,
how
I don't
did that
know.
stick?
I don't
How
know.
did that stick?
That was
Wait,
weird.
I mean, Ben,
Yeah.
you should not be asking that because that saves your life. The fact that you
Yeah,
didn't
it
push
did,
through
to be
L
fair.
because Preston would have killed you.
True.
Oh,
True.
I remember how this situation goes. Oh, this is so tragic.
Dude, wait, run it back.
Yeah.
Kleenex was weak too.
Wait, I
no.
soundholded him. I soundholded him for Toby. I went, Toby, he's to your right.
Oh, the
Yeah.
sound whores are coming in.
Yeah.
Ace and I are both controlled now. Go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're in
no.
apocalypse ups now. What's going on? The production team is falling apart, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a laser. Let's get a land. It's falling apart, guys.
Listen, man, all I ask, listen, is for you to pause to see how much HP Kleenex has when you get that.
He had 4.
Yeah, but now the video's broken.
Get 4?
Yeah, he had 4 HP.
No way.
Good job, Ben.
Before he met up with Sandy is what I mean.
That's just a crazy wallbang spot right there.
Chill.
That's a crazy wallbang that Insight was hitting. I didn't even know about that till right now.
Oh, you didn't know about that shit?
Nah,
That shit's
I mean,
crazy.
I've been out of the game for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. It's not your
So
fault. It's not your fault. I'm
it's
sorry.
like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
He's a mob
Look
boss now.
at Maddie's beautiful face. Oh my god.
What's going on with this thing here? Why is
I
it
don't know.
Give me a second. I'm gonna reload the video.
Reel it in.
Reel it in.
Line in
We're
the chat.
there. We're there.
It's time for the annual Flank ad break. This series is brought to you by Pornhub.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hold on.
Pornhub, what the fuck are you saying?
man?
What the fuck
What's
are you
wrong
saying,
with it?
Pornhub? What are you out of your fucking mind?
is
Ben, we're in the
going
fucking
on?
Paris series right now.
I have to rejog the video. Give me a second. It's bugged. Give me a
Come on,
second.
Ben.
I don't even know how to run ads. How do I run an ad?
Good website. I don't know. My bad.
How do I run an ad on Streamlabs? How do I even do it? How do you do it, Zin?
No, you gotta go to your creator dashboard on Twitch. You gotta do it from Twitch.
You gotta do it for. I'm not running an ad. I don't need it. Guys, chat. Do you guys want to see an ad? Do you want to see an ad? I think you guys want to see an ad. Honestly, I think you guys really do.
Yep.
Well, to be honest,
say
if I was a viewer, I couldn't think of anything worse right now. If you put an ad on for me right now, I'm loading something else up.
Well, subs don't get ads.
No, listen.
Subs don't get ads.
Yeah, listen. So here's the way I think of it.
What is going on?
If you don't want to see the ad, subscribe.
Yeah,
Give
true.
me a second.
Subs do not get ads, man. They do not get ads. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly don't know how to fucking run an ad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't figure it out. I'm at the creator dashboard.
Yeah. You should be on the left-hand side. You have to open like the top.
Tommy, you gotta
think, baby.
With the intermission here, you should definitely share my link here in the chat and show the stream.
What is this? What is this?
Just a little exploit in the Call of Duty
Oh,
game.
little exploit. Let's tune in. AW Dash in Cold War. Let's take a peek. What is this? Are you shooting bots?
No, I'm shooting at an FHM, aka a bot.
Oh,
A human bot.
What the heck
Sorry,
even
Adam.
happens?
That's true.
What the fuck? It's the punching, bro. That's always been a thing. That's always been a fucking thing.
Tommy, I had the video queued. We're good to go.
We're good to go. We're back. Let's get away to the chat. Apologies right there, ladies
Sorry,
and gentlemen.
sometimes it glitches and I gotta reset it. It was a little bit tricky to fix.
No, but let's.
So we got 4 dead here, and I'm like
Yes.
curious how they actually blow this.
Okay, let's take a peek.
13-11. Minnesota should not be losing this.
No, they should not.
The backup
Preston is
green.
in a really good creddy corner. Like this corner.
I like this as well. This is creddy. It's so creddy.
It is a good corner. It is a good corner for sure.
Tough nade, and then another tough nade.
Jesus Christ,
Wait,
man.
Ben, I
Come
actually have no
on.
idea how that happened.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know that
hold on. I'm gonna take control here, Ben.
Yeah, you can take control.
Okay, don't fuck it up.
All right.
They get 2 kills.
Yes. Preston gets Kleenex weak here, right? And Preston's going into bricks. They gotta show Preston's screen. I'm trying to like clip it to where. Okay, he's 42 HP, and Sandy comes around the corner. Sandy like cannot lose this whatsoever.
I was looking the wall.
Damn.
Wait, well, hold on,
Like this is such a crucial gunfight. Like
Hold on, what is Lamar looking at though?
And
We're on
Lamar is
we're on
looking
6
hard.
years.
I
He's getting
think.
pre-aimed. 2 bullets, you're dead.
Yeah,
Hey,
true.
Kleenex,
Man,
he
you're
wins
right,
the
but
gunfight.
he's one shot though. And then yeah, Lamar.
He needs to be gun up there, bro. He's got to be gun up.
It's the fact that Sandy and Lamar died at the same time. Both of them is what caused them to just absolutely shit.
Yeah,
to the loss.
Lamar got dragged to stop looking at top green.
Yeah, to look
attached
arch,
died.
yeah.
Attached can't die there. How did attached die?
I don't know. It just all fell apart. It looked like everybody got shit on.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kleenex.
How did he die?
Killed him.
Let's see it. We
Okay,
could have
so
stayed alive
Preston's
here,
in the
right?
corner.
Oh, he got one, and then wait. So Lamar doesn't really need to shift. It's a 1v1 between Sandy and Kleenex. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like,
that's
Lamar
got to
doesn't need to
be
shift
Let's
to
go
go to
be
arch.
someone calling he's in bricks then or something, and
Yeah.
Lamar's turning
Yeah.
around thinking he's behind him.
Careful.
Yeah,
I don't know, once Cammy
just
gets that
would've
kill, it's
thought,
over.
Like, rule 1 when you're in that hill is like trust your teammates get the kills in bricks. You just never give up green, like ever. Just finesse if you need to in the hill if you're getting flooded, but like you can't give up their ability to get on that plat and kill you.
God,
It's the
Cammy
fact
is
that they
hyped.
both
Yeah.
Both of their 1v1s.
Cammy was fucking turned, man. But Toronto, they come out, they win the S&D, they win the control. These guys are like 17, 18, and 1. I don't know what their fucking record is, but it's fucking insane. And then we go into an apocalypse hard point, and you guys just come out and do what you do, Bance, in this map.
Tom, I'm skipping ahead because we got to talk about a play. We've talked about this play now twice on this show.
Yep.
Twice on this show. And I love Preston P-Dog. You know he's my boy. He's your boy as well. You guys were ex-teammates.
I don't think he fucks with you. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. I'm completely fucking around. I'm fucking around. I'm just. It's a joke. It's a joke. You know.
He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
How am I funny? How the fuck am I funny?
What
am I fucking clown?
Let's talk about it. 30 seconds, right?
All right, 30
Let's
seconds.
look at the score. 153 to 63. If you're Minnesota, they're kind of finessing up at this point. Like they were doing some good job in P5, but it's like, okay, let's try and, minimize the damage here. If we can contest this time, great. But we need that P1, P2 time so we can get back in the mix. If you guys look at number 8 on the map, and for those that are listening to the audio version, we're on P5, and Preston right now is in Turtle Hill, which is P4. And so he decides with 30 seconds left to pinch it back here. The problem with this play, depending on how you time it, is you're going to spawn the other team on the other side of the map. Which, if there's like 45 seconds left in the hill, fine. I understand that. But if there's 30 seconds left, you have screwed yourself for the next hill. Because they can rotate set up, get cliff. Suddenly you have a hard time getting P1 time, and then now they got the rotation to P2. So I just wanted to point that out. I think it was a tough play, and it kind of spirals from here for them. I know they're already down kind of like...
They're down a lot, but...
Like 80 or 90 points, but they didn't have a chance to get back after
that. Could have been a panic.
I sort of get why he done it, to be fair.
Yeah, because they're down
like 30-odd seconds left. You're going to be down like 200 to 80.
Yeah, no, 100%. I could see with just where the score's at.
They're literally just chasing the game. Like,
yeah, they're chasing the game, and exactly. But Ben is right, though. We see that happening a lot on this map, that people are hitting that route with 25, 30 seconds left, and I don't know what the heck's going on. Also, somebody's echoing. I don't know who it is, but...
It's Zen.
Wait, what? I'm echoing.
You're fucking echoing, and you're loud as fuck. Take it easy.
Tone it down.
R.I.P. Mike, headphone users. R.I.P. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I also want to skip to one more hill on here. I don't know if Ben Bance is here, but there's one other play I saw on this map. There's actually a great play from Toronto. It was on the last P3 here. Let me skip ahead. You guys do a good job of holding this P2, the Toronto guys.
This guy Cammy is 21 and 12 right now, guys.
Absolutely twisted and absolutely frying, Tom.
Absolutely frying.
There's some mix going on here. Minnesota's making it close. And then I really like the plays that are made here at the end of this P2. Cam goes on a really long pinch.
Yep.
Good route out of the
Good route.
Pinch all the way through the back.
Route man me.
Route man Cammy. So what he's doing here, guys, he's taking a long route. He's going all the way around so he could come around on the backside of this team, and he could block that spawn. So anytime his teammates get kills, they're going to spawn deep. He comes in, he gets a kill, his teammates get kills, and look at where those spawns are coming in for Minnesota. They're all spawning out. They're spawning in the deep bag. It's just a good play out of Cammy. He takes the time. He knows that there's still time on the P2 hill, and he has all the time in the world to go all the way around. And then he gets himself pushed up on these cuts, and he gets a big 3-piece. If he would have got the 4 right here, I would have lost my shit. I would have broke my fucking monitor.
But you know what's better about that route, Tom, is the fact that his teammates stayed alive. That's even better. I mean, Toby, he can't help it, so he kind of died. But Benny Bance and Insight,
exactly.
To you
gotta give kudos to the other side too, because a lot of times, how often, and it used to happen to me all the time when I'm taking a route, I'm yelling, "Stay alive, stay alive, stay!" Boom, everybody dies. Everybody fucking dies.
My bad, bro.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it happens, but that's what makes Toronto so good. Is like the fundamentals and the discipline that they have is just like it's really showing out here.
This is the veteranship out of
Let's put a wrap on this series. So next steps for both teams, right? Minnesota, they have 2 matches next week. They have one against LAG, and then they have the last match of this stage against Dallas, which is going to be a huge match right now. We can look at the standings after the Optic series, but Group A, like there is a huge tie right now. I think at 1 and 2.
Wake up.
Or 1 and 1 or 2 and 1. I don't remember which it is, but that match is going to be huge for seeding, potentially for 2, 3, and maybe 4, depending on how matches goes. And for Toronto, we talked about earlier, they're going to close out against Paris. Expect them to clean up there and go undefeated.
Oh yeah, Ben, is that how you feel about it? Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Damn, bro. What the fuck, man? You really be your own boys, man. That's crazy.
Listen, it's between you and Ben. Obviously, one of you guys can be mad at my prediction.
You really did go suit and tie on us, man.
Damn, bro. That's
Listen,
crazy.
I've always been suit and tie, brother.
I see a lot of people saying to get Kenny on. I'll reach out to him right now and see if he wants to come on. I don't know if he's in the stream, but
I'm pretty sure that they're still driving home.
Okay, they're driving home.
He picked Donnie up like 5 minutes ago.
You know what, guys? You're fucking nuts. We got mad people on here today, and I'm still getting get this guy, get this. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying the best I can. I literally just reach out to so many people. I'm like, yo, you guys want to come on?
But Tom,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you're noticing the lights are getting dim in the arena, and Bruce Buffer is walking in. Let's see what he has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. Live from Fight Island in Abu Dhabi, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Fighting out of the green corner from Frisco, Texas, Optic Gaming. And in the red corner,
Optic Chicago.
From also Texas, LA Thieves. This match is officially refereed by Herb Dean.
Herb is the young Eddie.
You're gonna put your own name on Anthony.
Yeah, you're a fucking clown. You're a
Guys,
clown.
I gotta talk about this video. I was bitching to Tom about this because I think
Ben was.
I gotta give a
What do you
real
disagree
shout
with?
out. I gotta give a big shout out to JCap because I think this veto played perfectly into their hands.
Coach K, you gotta respect.
My one
Let's get a
issue with
W
this
cap.
veto is so Optics had a rotating set of like maps that they just don't play. That's like their auto veto. So I don't mind that Checkmate Hardpoint made it in here. Both teams are good at it. What I do mind, and I think Optic kind of screwed this up, is they shouldn't have been the team to pick Checkmate Hardpoint in the series because that allowed Optic to then pick a map that they're better of between the two in the set. I would have liked for Optic in the situation when the three maps are Apocalypse, Checkmate, and Moscow for them to probably take Moscow and let Thieves take Checkmate. I think that set of hardpoints would have worked out better for them.
Optic are 3-0-1 APOC, and Thieves are 0-1, so that's why Optic would have played that.
I like that, Manny. I wasn't even gonna take it that route, but that's a good point. What I was gonna ask is that Optic is 7-0 on the map, and how many times have they picked it? So they're probably more comfortable on the bad side than they're on the good side, and they probably think that they're the best team on it because they're undefeated.
My thought process though is like, especially for Checkmate, with knowing how well Thieves are, if you know that Thieves are going to get what I believe Team A in this series, I think you wouldn't want to save that for later in the series and then give yourself Optic the choice of which of the two or the three that you want to choose.
Yeah, but you don't guarantee that they'll pick that.
Exactly.
In their mind, they're like, well, we're 6-0 on this map. Let's pick our best map. Whereas if we don't pick it, they know it's our best map. Like, they're probably thinking, yo, they're not going to play us on Checkmate, maybe. Like, maybe
you think there's a reality where they were going to play Thieves were not going to pick Checkmate? They've been like crushing on Checkmate Hardpoint.
That's the Jaws, bro. That's Jaws special.
But that's a risk, though. As to what me and Zen are saying, like that's their best map by a mile, and if it doesn't get in, it's probably going to haunt them. So that's why they want it in no matter what. So why risk it?
True.
Hey, wake up.
I think
Very
it's a
true.
good
They're
agree,
undefeated
disagree
on it.
there. Yeah, no, I feel that they're undefeated. I just feel like it played great for Thieves because Optic picked it. It was just like the perfect scenario for them. Tom, I'd like you to watch it if you want to get back in. We'll get into that.
One sec. We're running into a little bit of a problem here, Ben, but I'm back. Don't worry about it. Just know that I'm back and we're ready to go. And you can go. I'm gonna switch screens. We're good.
So yeah, so we'll come in. We're midway through the P2 right now, and just Thieves started up on the good side here, and they did a good job of running up the score. I think ultimately, I don't know what your guys' thoughts kind of watching this map. I felt like Optic did a good job of getting back in this and keeping it close, but ultimately that big lead that Thieves got out to ended up being the difference.
Yeah, they started off just really hot. I mean, Thieves just come out. They start off hot. Kenny looks insane on the main AR, by the way. Like, he's fucking gross. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like he's an AR player at heart.
I mean, to be honest, the Krig is that type of gun. The Krig is literally a flex gun, in my opinion. It's the Mr. Do It All gun at the
I
moment.
don't think he's a main AR.
Yeah,
He's one
the
of their
Krig is a
two
do it all
ARs.
gun. The Krig's a do it all gun.
I think the way Thieves see the game is they have two AR players. They don't have a flex in a main. Like, they're both running the same role, and they trust their knowledge of the game to know what to do and when. So if Kemi needs to block, he blocks. If Drowser needs to block, he blocks. It's all about a rotation. I don't think they play the game with the main AR mindset.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with Zen. Like, he doesn't class himself as a main AR. He doesn't have to play like a main AR. It's just all the rotation of what players in that situation at the time.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's one of those things where everybody on the team knows what to do at the right time, and that's how you become such a dominant team. I mean, I got a lot of flack for I said that 100T was going to win this series, And a lot of people are giving me flack for it. But the only reason why I said that is because I feel like after getting this new roster under their belts and just watching them play, I feel like they're playing like that next generation of COD. You know how I talk about all the time how I feel like we're just in a new era of COD and the game is played completely different. And I feel like roles are kind of thrown out a little bit. I feel like now you need everybody doing every single thing and everybody needs to be on the same page. And what I'm saying is everybody needs to be able to make the play at the given time or based on their position. You know what I'm saying? I feel like roles, there's obviously roles, but every role needs to be able to do everything, you know?
And Tom, I want to expand on one thing, and I didn't catch it until after this series. I didn't realize that if you take all this series that Optic has played recently with Seattle, who is not a good control team, out of the mix, they're on a pretty significant loss streak in the control game mode right now. I believe it was 7 or 8. They were like 3-8 or 3-7 the last 10 or 11, and all 3 of those control wins were only against Surge.
Yep. No, 100%.
So them losing this first map and not being in good form of control forced them to have to. Obviously, a good thing they won an S&D.
Who've they been losing raid to, Ben?
Raid control.
They're like 8-2 on it, are they not?
I'll tell you.
Optic's that's like the best control, no?
So they are now 8-3.
They were 8-2 before that. Like literally, that and checkmate, they rarely lose, right?
They had played control raid against Toronto and lost.
Mm-hmm.
And that was during the major. And then the last time they played control raid before that was the last week of the stage 2, and they played against Seattle and they 3-0'd them. And they lost to Rocker earlier as well when Rocker 3-0'd them. And then they beat Paris before that. But they hadn't played raid control for a minute.
Yeah, everyone stopped playing them on it. They were really good on it.
But Thieves, they come out, they go out to an 80-point lead, and in Optic, they start bringing it back. I mean, things got a little bit mixy. We didn't see any FARs, right? We didn't see any FARs or Milanos or anything in this first map. I don't think we did. And I was a little confused because when I was talking to Envoy, I thought he was going to be rocking that shit the whole map. I know he said to me that he likes it on raid because of the head glitches, but
wake up.
It would have been cool to see him run it here. But I personally think the Milano shit. But
I don't know, Tom. The Milano would be pretty tough in this map. You just run down the street.
Yeah, true. But I don't know. But I think the FAR would be pretty good on this map. But maybe because of the wall bangs and stuff, like maybe the Krig is like the go-to.
You need a Krig.
Yeah. So I could definitely see why they didn't want to run it on this map. But I definitely like Dashy running around with that FAR because he just looks real comfortable with it. But you can see it right here. Going into this P3, P4, like Optic, they start bringing it back. 100 Thieves, they do a good job just trying to hold on to their lead and trying to make things mixy. But it definitely was no walk in the park. This was a really close series.
I'm curious for everybody in this call, where would you rank Checkmate Hardpoint in terms of the order of all of the Hardpoint maps from best to worst?
One of the best. It's very biased, though.
Agreed, Ben. Very biased.
biased.
I don't know, Maddie, what are your thoughts?
This map is
No
the
comment.
best.
Did you boys think this map's good for S&D?
No.
Fuck no.
Fine.
Not for S&D.
You know, if anybody said yes to that, then I was gonna leave the call.
Okay, no, yeah, we're not that delusional, all right?
Yeah, I don't know about this map at
Tommy,
S&D.
to further your point about like the new guns like the FAR and the Milano, like I was just about to ask Ben because there's been a little switch up in the SMG role now where like since the speed grip doesn't really help because you're not going faster than you used to, a lot of people have been running the regular foregrip. And it's like kind of been a switch up the past couple of days. And I seen Toronto use it, so I wanted to ask Ben, because we haven't played with the new foregrip. I didn't want to switch the day of against Seattle to pull it up. But so like, are you guys running that regular?
Listen. Toby and Cal are stuck to it. I change every day, cause like, I don't know, bro. Like, I just don't see the benefit in running speed grip.
Yeah, because there's no benefit, I don't think. I think that the only thing that the foregrip does is like it helps with the recoil the same way that the speed grip does, but the regular foregrip for some reason helps you with more strafe, I think.
Yeah.
So there's more positives to the regular one than the speed grip.
It's just like when you run the regular, you've got to run with your pistol more. I feel like if you actually want to be.
I thought you ran slow as fuck with your pistol.
No, you're actually.
They changed
that, Tom. They changed that.
Okay.
That's why they nerfed the speed grip.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You run quicker with a Krig than you do the sub.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they nerfed it.
Yeah, whose
Stupid.
fucking bright ass decision was that one?
Yeah, we won't get into that.
Who do you think, Tom? What do you think?
Shit, I don't fucking know. Who the fuck made it? Let's make the subs slower than the ARs. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I'm gonna be honest with
Let's
you.
make the Krieger 2-shot killer to the head.
Yeah, and then let's give him a back
do all this
pocket
stuff,
shotgun.
yeah.
Let's give him a back pocket shotgun pistol. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But
So getting back to this map, I was a little worried when the situation happened now, but thank God they had the streak in the guy in wood because they would have been a little bit screwed here. It was like a 20-point game. They kind of tossed their lead on P4 and look at they streak to break back in P5. Otherwise, they might have gone to a situation where they would have had to hold down P1, being down like 30 or 40 points, and the game almost over at that point for Thieves.
yeah, I mean, like I said, Thieves they get up to a really big lead. Optic brings it back, and then they just do a good job, just kind of just staying disciplined and just closing out this game.
It does get a little mixed.
Who was
though.
that back P5 then, by the way? Because I swear him running out of back P5 actually made it worse for him. If you go back, right? So
Venom
Go back to when they call it streaking.
yeah.
Yeah, let me go
Like he could have clutched it. So here, if he actually stays in where they are, so once he gets this kill, if he runs back in, the person he dies to, look where the person he dies to spawns. Ready? Because he ran back out. Look, he forces him there a bit closer than what he actually
opened
is.
up the spawn.
Yeah, he opened up the spawn to make Venom spawn a bit closer. So if he actually runs back in and just stays there for a tiny bit more, longer, two of them would have still been focused on him.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
right.
unlucky. It's a bit unlucky timing, to be honest. But
Yeah.
That is tough. That is very tough.
I saw a lot of people on Twitter roasting Scump for this pinch play. Like, I don't mind him.
I didn't mind that.
Street here. That's a pretty standard. Maybe people don't watch this map a lot. Like, there's a pretty standard play that teams do to try, especially when you got plane control, try and like set up for another set of spawn kills by going ahead and pitching L Street here.
I agree with you, but in this situation, you don't need to do it.
You think it's just stack and it's just play the numbers?
All we need to do, in my eyes, is contest this hill until they can't win. We ain't getting broke on P2. We're winning the game.
Honestly, my team would probably make that play.
I don't mind it.
I think that's a great play.
I don't mind it.
But
I'm
it's
all
like
for it.
back to what we said before. Remember, Tom, with Cammy making the long route?
Mhm.
Cammy would look like
They
an
just need to
absolute
stay
dumbass
alive.
if Ben's teammates and Ben and Inside died on the back line. Like,
Yeah.
it's on your teammates to stay alive and not like make a play and let Scump be the one to shoot in the
Who
back.
died? Yeah, who died when he was doing it?
Watch, you can run it back. It's like
Maybe
there's a lot of them.
he also
Did they
maybe
not
he
get free
shot too
kills?
early. Maybe he shot too early too. Maybe
All
he
we
could
gotta
have
do
got
is-
a little bit closer.
I disagree. I don't think you need to do it in this situation. You just got to contest. That is it.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, he doesn't need to make the play. I honestly don't mind the
How
play.
long's left?
But
Need
the
15
problem is
seconds.
that you see where Envoy is in the middle of the plane holding that crossfire. Scum should be calling out that he's pinching, and Envoy should just
Exactly,
back
should be
off and
hiding
play.
in the
Yeah,
corner.
hiding in the
Yes, thank you,
corner,
Tommy.
playing an
That's
off
what I
angle.
mean.
And
Yes.
and right back to what we were saying with the long route when Cammy, like your teammates have to stay alive. Like it needs to be calmed.
And
It needs to
Envoy
be.
isn't doing that. He's
And
challenging.
Dashy also had to back up. Dashy was coming off a spawn.
Yeah,
Had to back up and make sure they weren't getting pinched.
two's way too far out of the game for that to work. There. Two's way too far out of the game.
Which is why if that play is executed the right way, it's a really good play. But they just
Exactly.
and it was kind of a risk because they didn't execute it properly and it ended up costing them the map because they could have definitely won that map for sure.
100%.
Because if all they need to do is contest and get those P2 spawns and they're good to go. We see it all the time happening on checkmate. But now LA Thieves, they come out, they win first map. And then we get into the second map, Express, Search and Destroy. And this one was all Dashy, man. This was all Dashy with that far. I mean, he was just lights out the whole map.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead to the third round, guys. Second round's a little bit mixy.
What caught your eye here, Ben? What caught your eye?
He doesn't clutch this because it's a difficult 1v2 clutch. But
Yeah,
this is a
very difficult.
round where I was watching this and I was like, okay, maybe the floor is kind of nasty looking on this map.
What happened here?
Optic sets up for a really good retake. I think Thieves get the bomb down to A, and then Optic set up and you do a really good retake, and Dash gets a couple of kills to go as part of that whole exchange.
I
This is
noticed
that round
too.
when we thought he was putting the Milano
I
away.
also noticed too that Envoy, he's playing this spot a lot, and they're starting to catch him here now. I mean, one
Everyone
round
is-
TJ
everyone
literally
is-
TJ just ran out and just shot him. Like he just knew he was there 100%.
Yeah, loads of teams are doing this.
Yep.
London were doing it as well.
This sucks right there because he could have got the kill and dipped. He stopped shooting.
Bro,
And
that's tough, bro.
yeah, that was definitely real tough. But he still gets the kill, thank God, because that would have been bad. But that spot definitely might need to be changed here. But I like the play by LA Thieves. They hit that A bomb site. They get a trade. They get the bomb down quick. They
DJ
just kind of mess up.
tosses.
Yeah.
What's TJ doing? TJ's in the train taking a child their side.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't know what. I feel like Draza could have. Or no, that was a different round, right? When Draza, good shots out of Dashy right there with the far. By the way, it just absolutely shreds at those like medium to close range gunfights. Like you just absolutely melt people. But there was one round where Draza almost had a big clutch.
The 1v3.
The first
Yeah, he should have won it. He should have won it.
It was so it was crazy. I thought
he played it great.
Yeah, he played it fantastic, and then he just completely fucked it up at the end. And I was just like, damn.
We were saying the same thing.
That would have been a dope ass clutch. But I mean, for the most part, Optic was just running through with this S&D. Ben, where are you going? You going all the way back? You didn't have to go back. Okay, you can go back.
Yeah, this is it. He actually plays it great. He chokes it, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he gets the bomb down. He ends up getting out.
Played it great.
Oh, Ben, you're going all the way back.
I'll go back. I just want to put all.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Good play by Envoy. All right, Ben, just let it play out, bottle.
It is playing out. It's buffering. Jesus Christ. It has to buffer,
Matty,
bro.
he's been skipping the whole fucking time.
Listen, the video's got to catch up. Off my Johnson.
You're good. You're fucking good. Just let it play out because I want to see what his thought process here. He throws some shimmies. It's weird because they didn't have eyes on it. And then he's able to get the bomb down. They nade it, but I mean, everybody has flak these days, bro. It just doesn't do shit.
They're lucky he threw this. This was played horribly. This 1v2. I don't know what the fuck this was.
Look at the minimap. Yeah, we said the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. He jumped back in the train, which was like an interesting play. I thought they were gonna chase.
I think he's trying to fucking juke him out via sound cues. That's what I'm thinking is going on here. Because you can hear people stomping around. Right here, maybe, yeah, I'm assuming he thought other guy was pinching middle to shoot him in like, I have no idea.
I don't know. I would like to see him like just jump out the train. And then at that point, he had just checked the bomb. So he's not going to hop the bomb now. He could have just took a route.
Yeah.
He just went around like one of those like side doorways on the train or just hopped up top, checked the bomb real quick and just stayed alive. But he went a little rogue. He definitely went a little rogue. But we're tied up at 2. They end up hitting the B bomb site. It's a full-on hit. You got one guy from Optic on the other side of the map. That's Envoy. But Dashy and Scump, they go big here. Dashy again with that far. He was lights out the whole map. He was popping pieces. He was beaming, bro. He was fucking beaming. Big plays coming out of Big Brucey. He was focused as well. Optic, they go up 3-2.
I want to play out this round because this was again another nice. Sorry there. Another nice situation from Optic where I felt like they made some good mid-round calls here. They ended up rotating this bomb like a couple of different times. And Thieves got a little antsy. You go
Who
ahead.
did Envoy think he was right there? Rewind.
I saw this play too.
It's an Envoy special.
But I fuck with it.
He thought he was John fucking Wick.
Yeah, I don't know where he was. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the play call. They're on an offense. He said, "Fuck it, I might be able to make a play. Maybe he can get away." The only problem,
I mind it. He thought he was Jason Bourne.
The problem I have with it is where's his head? Like, there's nothing.
No
like,
help, yeah.
and that's what I was saying a few weeks ago. I remember saying this on the show before, but I'll say it again. When Envoy wants to make plays like that, they need to play around him. Like, they need to help him. Like, if he's gonna be making a play and he's calling a play like that, they should be positioning themselves, looking over him, like trying to get some eyes to help him out, or at least get a trade. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he also their shot caller? So like, it's also on. I don't know. I feel like if Envoy's calling the shots, like it should be on him to say
I
also
wonder what
like,
this call there.
yo, someone sit on top of mid train and watch over my hall.
He probably said, listen guys, you might be 3v4 this round. I'm making a play up mid.
Why are you guys saying buys? Everybody's saying buys because I used to make shit plays like that. Guys, it's not buys. I'm saying if Envoy's going to do that, and that was the problem when I did it too, is if I was doing it by myself, it's just a 50-50 play. I mean, it just depends on if I win my fight or not, I go rogue. But if somebody's looking over me, it's just more consistent. It's just a lot easier to play.
You need someone baiting hallway there.
Yeah, speaking of 50-50 plays, I would like to see Draza on top of the sign. You know, we see Celian play that spot a lot. You can kind of finesse and stay alive there. He took kind of a wide challenge, shot 3 people. I know he probably didn't think they were all going to slide out there at that time, but he didn't really give himself an opportunity to really stay alive or do any kind of impact in that situation.
I see selling that egg glitch. I'm putting my controller down.
Yeah, I don't know.
On the info one.
But they go up 4-2. It's looking pretty good for them. Ben, is there any other round that you want to watch, or do you want to go on to the next map?
I'm gonna skip to the 8th round.
And right there, that's what I'm talking about in that round where Envoy's just getting caught. I mean, they still win the map, but you know they got to be careful with some of these maps or some of these spots that they're playing because they're playing them a lot and people are starting to predict it. And it's a pretty common spot, but I just see a lot of teams doing that, and I saw Envoy going there a lot. So Hop off Zooma's nuts, you weird. Oh my God. Okay, I can't say that.
How about this? What about? So I have something. I have
Sorry.
something in my mind. I'm not sure if I'm delusional, but I think Envoy at one point was so unpredictable that maybe now he's predictable because they're expecting him to just do like the crazy type plays, right? Like the running up mid and the solo plays.
Well, hold on. Can I take that a step further, Zen? I think he's becoming predictable because people have realized since some point last year that in a lot of situations he's the one always on the long route, and if you kill him, no one else is.
I mean, to me, that play style, it's either hit or miss. It either works or it doesn't. Like that's just it's gonna work.
I think it just always comes down to like you said before. If someone's taking a long route, it's on the team to like make it unpredictable. Though that's the thing. Like if your team are just gonna hide and wait for you to take a route, that's gonna become predictable. But even just throwing a jiggle or something, making people just guess.
That's what I'm saying. That one round he hit up middle, someone should have shouldered hallway or just pre-fired hallway, made him like just stick to them.
I honestly think Envoy's probably the smartest player in the game.
He's disgusting, bro.
That's my honest opinion. I genuinely think he's one of the smartest
Good
people
gas.
He's
to play
disgusting, bro.
God, right? So when he takes routes and stuff, I always think he probably makes the right play like 99% of the time. So if like Jin said, if someone just watches over him, the chance of him probably making like a kill or something is probably going to be way higher. But him doing it himself, regardless of how good you are, you're probably not good. Yeah, you're going to get caught.
But I just think maybe he needs to also adapt to the fact that like before those solo plays maybe were working without his team being involved at all, right? Maybe he's saying, yo, you guys do whatever, I'm going to make a play. I don't think he's able to do that anymore because I think everybody is predicting that he's going to be making a play. If that makes sense.
I agree with that, Zin. And then they have the problem that they've had in other games, which is like, if he's not hitting long routes, who else on the team is going to be spreading the map? Because then they end up in a situation like they have in a bunch of other games where they become very much a frontline team. Every team expects that it's going to all 4-hit front. They're just going to all team shot every situation. That'll open up teams to go ahead and hit long routes back to them because they know that no one's watching the pinch. I think they need to figure out how to adapt to more rules in their system so that more people are taking those routes instead of just him, because I think it's very predictable.
Yep, and then the King Scump coming out with an ace to close out the map, which was dope to see.
Let's go back and peep that, because I know.
Yeah, man, go back.
How did he not see the fourth guy?
Fantasy team.
Let's give Scump some credit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great for my draft buff team. Really.
How did he not see the fourth guy?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Maybe he was focused on something else. Let's break it down.
Yeah,
you
I
have
still got it in the
Scumpy.
locker, I must say.
He's on the B bomb site. He's playing it by himself. He has Dylan Envoy watching his back. He's gonna pick up the first blood. Big plays coming out of King Scumpy.
He is nasty, bro.
He knows another one's there. It's Venom with the bomb. He's praying in the doorway. He's gonna take down another one. I mean, 100 Thieves is also just single channel and everything, or just like
no one's watching tunnel. I mean,
Oi.
He just didn't see him. It was on the edge of his screen, so maybe he just didn't. He probably just saw him. But what was going on with Kenny right here? I think he was trying to be sneaky. But he starts laughing when they lost the map. Kenny started laughing, which is weird. You don't usually see that from a team who just lost the map, which is good to see 100 Thieves just high spirits even after an L. Like it's not bothering them. But we go into the next map, Ben. We go into the next map. We got a raid control, I believe it was. Correct. And this one got mixy as well. There was a couple mistakes that I saw on this map. There was one time where it was a defense that Optic lost. That
the first round with Dash is the one you're talking about, right?
Was that the first round?
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah.
When I'm buying
last one too. There are a lot of interesting things to talk about on this map.
Yeah. No, there was definitely some mistakes that were happening. But right off the rip, you got 100 Thieves. They're on the offense. They end up getting that B site really quickly, which you don't see often. They get the B site really fast, and now they got to collapse on this A site. But again, Optic always does a good job just staying alive art, right? You always see the same people there. Right now you got Formo roaming there, but you would see Scump do it a lot. We always say how Scump, it's like his domain, man. It's like a pub map. He runs around in art. He gets a bunch of kills. Envoy's always pushing that garage. But Ben, I want your initial thoughts from this map.
I mean, I just thought this was the Kenny show once again, especially from the second round on. He took over on the defense. He got streaks that were huge. I really liked how Thieves have played every time we've seen them play raid control with this team. It seems like they play a little bit freer. It just fits their system a lot better. They're able to be more reactive. They do a good job of taking kitchen control. I just liked the overall package from Thieves here. And I think on the Optic side, they were a little bit rusty. They hadn't played it. I know they practiced it, but they hadn't played it in sort of a match environment in a while. And they came down to a couple of over chows, a couple of ego chows in some situations that kind of opened it up for 100 Thieves guys to make plays.
Yep, and again, you see it on the screen. You have Envoy with the Milano in hand. You have Dashi with the FAR. I believe Dashi ended up taking the FAR away. He ended up getting rid of it like halfway through this game. I wonder why. Maybe it was just some of these head glitches. I was actually talking to Gunless in the TeamSpeak, and he was telling me the FAR is really good, but on a map like this where a lot of people are playing head glitches and like really common spots, it's really hard to peel them off of it with the FAR. So that's probably the disadvantage to using it. So that's why you probably start seeing teams maybe run 1, but you definitely won't see 2. It'll be 1 at most, and then somebody probably running a Krieg. That's going to be your main. But what happened this round? Did Optic clutch up this round?
No, they lose this round, I think.
So what happens here? You see number 6, that's TJ. He's going all the way around. He's pushing through pool.
It doesn't wait. Who was it? No, it's not this round.
No, this is the round where Dashi dies in pillars and they're all middle and there was no one on the side. I think
Oh, number 2 got terrible timing on the pinch. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Terrible timing. Dashi was holding the pinch the whole entire time, and as soon as TJ goes to hit it, he gives it up. I mean, he still stays alive somehow, but TJ was able to get him behind. Dashi with a big 2-piece on Hill. I think you're right, Ben. This was it. It was his
Right
first
here,
round.
stay alive. All you
Yeah,
gotta do is stay
Dashi's
alive.
the only one on the point. He needs to stay alive. He chows. He chows out, and 100 Thieves end up killing him off the point. Scump has his cross. He just needs to buy time for his team, but he ends up just sliding out and
stand on top
dying.
of the ring.
Yeah.
If he wants to chow like peak driveway, he can back up to that van spot and just kind of jump up and down, like kind of finesse over there. That wide chow is obviously very dangerous. 'cause you
Maybe,
just-
I mean, listen, we're also like,
yeah.
obviously Seth was being
Nixie
shot at
situation.
pillars from the guy white van. Maybe there were some comms, like maybe Seth stressed the fact that he's getting shot from the white van, and maybe Bruce thought he could help his teammate and get a free kill. But if that wasn't the case, I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. You got to play your life there and wait for your teammates to make plays mid.
Yeah, what was the final score of this map again? You know, it's
3-1.
it was 3-1, right? It's always a fucking blur when so many series go by. Like, it's so hard to remember like what exactly happened until I watch it back, and then I just remember everything. But we got a listen in from Optic Chicago. I wanna tune in and see how they were coming.
Jacuzzi, I'm waiting.
Jacuzzi, that one's probably water.
There's 3 A, but nothing matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nothing matters. Let's go. They're probably gonna pitch.
Yeah, we gotta go.
There was 3
You can hold pitch if you want.
3-2, not 3-1.
Yeah, 3-2.
Yeah.
They cut. Yeah, only T cap say straight away, right?
Yeah. Hold on, let me just hit this listening real quick, man.
I needed money.
Nothing pitching. Yo, pitching.
I didn't flash anything money.
One shot.
I have court. Pull stairs dead.
You're actually really good at this map.
I have court.
Stairs,
Your side, Your side.
Yeah, oh my god.
Nice, good. I'm court.
I'm walking outside.
Court.
Yeah, just
Chill.
I'm coming, you guys. Hang on.
Chill from
Think
court.
I'm looking court.
Watch out court.
Dead.
Cut out.
Cut out. No, probably mid on this one.
I'm wrapping back.
Could be money.
Yo, top ring.
We should work the back.
Top ring, Kenny. Yeah, you guys work the back. Dill, I'll come help you. Though. Hang on.
Yellow.
Lambo drives her. Yellow Lambo.
Or she's bait me here.
Yo, he pushed up, it looked like Dill.
Maybe on the head. He said chill.
I'm going Jim Dill.
No, nothing heady.
He went
Close dead. I'm one shot.
Maybe heady.
Behind
now.
Jim, dead.
Nice.
One more day.
I spawn here. Actually.
Okay,
mid.
Burst.
No, we catch me Zig.
Their side,
Their side, guys. Their side teach.
Respond close.
Let's second.
I'm laying down. He could be outer.
Yo, top.
Try to get up.
I think we're pillars.
Watch him in.
What's
Zig Venom.
They got me.
Wait,
It was
behind us.
4-9 after he starts to go.
Passion there, the boys on point, but Kenny just.
I mean, bro,
Stuck the point, bro, and only 2 of them got on it.
yeah.
It's not only that they spawn close and no one realized like if you're spawning close,
somebody's pinching.
someone's
Yeah.
right behind you.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not reading the spawns.
Let him know. That was Ken. He got a couple of kills and he gets
They're a
pushed up the
4-piece?
garage and he just keeps on going, man.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, they just can't kill Kenny. He's just finessing. He's changing up his corners. They can't find him. They end up giving him streaks. So it's just a tough scenario for Optic. I mean, the comms sounded really good. But you're right, Bans. They didn't pick up on the spawn. They didn't pick up on the close spawn that they got. That's one of the things. You always get a lot of information based off your spawn. So that was one thing with our team last year that we didn't do, and Bobble used to yell at us all the fucking time because we would spawn in certain situations and we wouldn't call anything out. But Ben, your thoughts?
I mean, I said them earlier. I think Ken made the big difference on this map in these 2 rounds. I know Optic won the 4th round offense, but ultimately the Thieves guys were able to clutch up in round 5, and Kenny actually used the streaks, I think, in that round as well, so ended up being pretty big.
So 100 Thieves end up going 2-0 here. How does Optic end up bringing this back? It goes all the way to an overtime. It goes to a final round.
Optic win the 4th round, so I'll skip the 3rd round because I think Thieves end up losing this round on offense.
Yeah, they lose the next 2. I mean, Optic, they come back and they tie it up.
They should have won this, to be honest.
You think so, Matty? You think they should have won?
I'll show you how they fuck up the last round. When Envoy and Formal are both in bedroom and the whole of like Thieves are pushing around the back to Cat B. Both of them like give up bedroom fully and run out to front bedroom and start challenge shit when they don't need to.
Yeah.
Whereas Matt should stay up top and Envoy should stay bottom watching their spawn side.
Also, if you're Optic, you gotta know that Kenny still has those streaks, right? I think they knew the whole time.
He burns the cruise missile, so you go to chilling. He has the artillery for ages.
Yeah. He ends up holding on to it. I don't know if they ended up forgetting about it, but I don't know if it made much of a difference in the end anyway. But he definitely holds on to his streak for a little while, which I thought was interesting because usually people are popping him.
When they start capping B at the end in round 5, he uses it.
And Envoy still with this Milano out, he seems to really like it, man. Especially on this map. I don't know, but Optic, they end up they win this offensive round. They end up getting A right off the rip. They get some extended time.
What
and
do
they
you
work
guys
through
think
B.
of this triple bed setup where they basically just give up 2 of the 3 lanes on the map?
I don't like it. I think it's terrible. I think it was something that Parasite was saying a few weeks back. It's like if you're just gonna all push up into bed, you're just allowing Optic to just go around and work through kitchen and work through basketball and get the kills and just completely flip the map on its side. And then any kills that they get, they're gonna spawn trap them. You know exactly where they're spawning. It's like it's easy pickings. So I don't know if I really agree with it. I like the play. And right now too, like number 8, like look where he is. He's pushed all the way up. Like they don't even have any kills.
That's a great play right there. What he's doing right there is a great play.
It's a good play, but they didn't have any kills. So like I don't know where he was going exactly. He just did a whole fucking loop around the map, and Optic, they went all the way around. They get the kills. They stacked the point, and it's pretty much all over. That was also a big kill by Envoy mid map. Because that kid was pinching. So once Envoy gets that kill, it's pretty much cruise easy. I would like to see a streak here. This is where I was confused with 100 Thieves. With a minute 15 left on the clock, they're on B. Like, why not streak?
He's down like 7-8 lives, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but with a minute left on the clock, I feel like you're still good. Like I feel like lives. I don't know, and it's a defense, right? So it's like if you could streak him, get him off the point, and then you play your corners, let the time run out, and let Optic make the play and come to you. I don't think it would have been a bad play. But he ends up holding on to the streak, and I guess it ends up helping him in the long run. I don't know if he got anything done with it. I can't really remember, but we'll see. But I would have liked to see Kenny drop that artillery right there. That would have been a big play. If 100 Thieves, they come out and they get this 8 point really fast, do they not?
Yeah, there's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to cap it.
Watch.
And Tom, Optic kind of do the same thing that Thieves do. They basically say to Thieves, look, you guys can take middle and kitchen. We're just gonna go ahead and play the front side of B in bedroom. So again, I don't necessarily agree with this setup because Thieves are just able to set up this pinch now. Like if you get these kills. And
the only way this pinch works is if Optic fuck up. You know that, right? Like this is, in my eyes, is a great play. Someone on Optic now, number 3 should already be pinching around the back.
Yep.
But watch what they do. They both come back to front bedroom and chill out. Matt just needs to stay alive up top and be annoying, and Envoy needs to stay bottom and make sure Matt doesn't get shot in the back. They don't lose a round. They'll never lose a round.
But it's also the same thing that we just saw with Thieves. It's like, I don't know if stacking bedroom like that is the right play. Like good teams are gonna go around. Like they're gonna take routes. You know what I'm saying?
By giving the team your spawn, you're guaranteeing that if they don't fuck up, you're going to spawn deep laundry.
Wait,
every
so
single
you're telling
time
me that
someone
they
on
were
the team
double
does.
stacked bed, and as soon as they get on B, they both left bed?
Yeah, they both ran to front bedroom.
What the? I don't
But
agree
like
with that.
your team are also going to make kills, Ben. So they're also going to be spawning out. They've got to then make a decision if to try and retake bedroom control and kill the people there, or just go mid.
That's what I'm saying. Like you basically are taking people from your team out of the play if they spawn out though. Like you make it way more mixer than it needs to work. You just have it straightforward. You're spawning basketball if they're on the pinch.
Yep. And then Kenny again, he ends up holding on to his streak, and it works out for him. I'm pretty sure he gets 2 here. Yeah, he gets a big 2-piece. They're stacking on the point. I mean, it's over. But it's like I'm saying, like, good teams are going to go around. They're not just going to flood bedroom. Like, they take routes. They work through kitchen. They work around the back. They get kills. Worst comes to worst, you get some kills. You turn around, you spawn kill. You just make it mixy. Like, I feel like teams, like, need to stop stacking bedroom. I feel time and time again, we see teams stacking bedroom, and it never works out for them, ever. They just get blind countered. The team just
I
goes
mean,
around.
You could stack bedroom, but you got to pick a middle. Like you got to make them have to go all the way around and take the time so you can like react to where they're going. They just sort of like turtle with this blind intel, and they just basically get picked out on the backside. So those bed guys are forced to have to make plays.
100%. I agree with you. And it was exactly what Parasite was saying a few weeks ago. So you just want to see them be a little bit more active on the map, like just kind of get some eyes on different parts of the map. They're letting 100 Thieves make the play instead of them making the play on 100 Thieves. So yeah, it is what it is, man. They ended up losing that map. They almost made a comeback. Optic was down 0-2, but we go into an Apocalypse hardpoint for the 4th map. I really wanted to see a game 5 here. I really did. But 100 Thieves, they come out and they looked really good on this map. I mean, they came out swinging, Ben.
Yeah, they get a nice flip here on the P2 to kind of set this up. And Tom, like, I'm so tired of the narrative, good side, bad side here. The teams that are good at Apocalypse are picking it, and they're saying, put us on bad side, and we'll go ahead and win this map. I've seen this plenty of times now on the stage.
Yep.
Team on bad side, go ahead and wins the map at the end.
I mean, we're talking about professional teams here. They're not going into the map just fucking running at the hill. They have strats. They talk and they work and they go over things to try and flip those spawns right off the rip, and people are going to constantly change things up. I mean, it's a head game. You never know what the team's going to do. 100 Thieves might have did something there, but they might switch it up next time. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what's happening. So we'll see good plays by 100 Thieves, though, to just flip it off the break. They split time on the first 2, and then they get spawns for P2. And that was all from the bad side. So they build themselves a really big lead right off the rip.
Yeah, this map was a bloodbath. This map wasn't.
It really was.
This map wasn't really close. I mean, yeah, but Ben, it kind of goes back to what you said, right? Do you think Thieves would pick, like, we're 100% picking Checkmate, or could you see them picking a map like this? Like, how do we know how good they are on this map compared to Checkmate?
Unless they have been putting a massive smoke screen. We've had people on this show. I've heard other people on other calls on Thieves talk about how good they are in Checkmate. I would have been thoroughly shocked for them not to have picked Checkmate hardpoint in this series if they had the opportunity to do so.
Yeah,
that's their best map. Charles' best map.
That goes back to my thought, which is like, if you're Optic, now having played Apocalypse, would you have preferred you had Moscow Checkmate in this series instead of Checkmate?
Oh no,
in
of course,
APOC?
of course you prefer that. But I think, to talk about Apocalypse for a second, a lot of people compared it to Hackney Yard, including me. And I'll be the first to admit, I think we all gassed up how bad the bad side is, because Hackney, the spawns were super sticky. You get those kills, they're still spawning back there.
Yeah.
You get some kills on the break of this map, they're spawning on the worst side that you just spawned on. It's not like a super sticky temple spawn. As soon as you start getting pushed up the map and you get kills, they're spawning out.
Yeah, if you get pushed up the map, but it's a lot easy. It's a lot harder than it is. You know, it's not that easy, is what I'm trying to say.
My point is, Hackney Yard was like a super extreme, where it's super hard to flip them. This map, it's hard, but it's certainly not Hackney Yard.
Yeah. Well, no, this map is just weird because the layout was kind of like Hackney Yard. That's why it was weird. Because it just looked like Hackney Yard, and just having that such an advantage on good side, it was just like, that's why it was being compared to Hackney. But I mean, to be fair, Optic, they do bring it back a little bit off the rip. I mean, they bring it back within 20, but if you're starting on good side, you want to come out a little bit stronger than that, for sure.
Well, Tom, I hate to break the bad news, but the Optic got kind of smoked on the rest of this time, and it snowballs from here.
No, it definitely snowballs.
Going to P5 and then back on to P1. Thieves just do a good job. They hit the rolled. They take their time. They work to the back. They set up spawns for this hill. They set up spawns for the next hill. It's constantly staying ahead of the game, which I know a lot of coaches preach in the league, and making it easy on themselves to, get a lead, go 30 for 30, and then ultimately you win the map with 250 points.
No, 100%. It was pretty much just easy sailing from here, from 100 Thieves. Now, if you're Optic, and you have to go back and try and fix something, Ben, what's your initial thought? If you're Optic, what are you trying to fix here going into your next series?
Well, I think two things. One is, clearly, if they're not playing Surge, the control's in a weird spot for Optic right now. So I'm not really sure what their situation is there and how they're going to get better on that front. I just think the second thing is continue doing what they're doing in Search. I think as long as that control and they get more better kind of choice in the respawns, their S&D game looks really, really good right now. And I don't want to I think they haven't been getting enough credit for the turnaround in that game mode. The issue for them is they're in a tough group. Like, group we talked about this earlier this week, Tom. Group B is an absolute bloodbath. And if you look at the standings right now, and considering the games that we have coming up this week, I know Optic has to play New York and FaZe this week. FaZe has got Seattle and Chicago. Who else are the teams in the group? Who do Thieves play next week?
It's a stacked group for sure. And Optic definitely doesn't have an easy road.
So we got all these top 4 teams in this group. We're all going to play each other next week, and we could have some crazy tiebreakers that come down to map count.
Oh yeah, it's getting real interesting. I love it. I fucking love it. I love when things get like this because it just makes things really exciting. To be honest, it's like anybody can just pull through at any given time. It's like who's gonna show up on a day and compete. I feel like a lot of these teams are just like this series could have went either way. Like if they play again tomorrow, this Optic could easily win. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whoever comes out to play, whoever makes the least mistakes. We talk about it all the time. I mean, when you're playing at the highest level, it's not about who's playing better. It's about who makes the less mistakes. Well, I guess that means they're playing better, but you know what I'm saying. Whoever makes the less mistakes is usually going to win.
But I also think that teams are trying to find that consistency. What does consistency mean? Consistency in slaying, well, that's difficult.
Discipline.
You're
I feel like
not
consistency stems from discipline.
But it's also, I agree, it's the discipline part. It's both discipline in comms, discipline in decision-making, and discipline in teamwork. And all 3 of those are intertwined with each other. If you're failing on one side, the other 2 are not going to be as strong. And I think that's where we're seeing teams like FaZe are going. They played game 5s in all 3 matches they played in this series. And that's why we've seen Toronto go on this run because they're in sync with all 3 of those elements. So
I think consistency is also like when you get put in a bad position, you don't switch up the game plan and get frantic and start doing shit that you haven't done and start going one by one. It's like if you watch Ultra play, as soon as shit starts going sour, it's the same exact type of play, right? It just they execute, and eventually, when you keep doing the right thing together, it should work. Not all the time, but for the most part, you have a better chance of winning if you guys are all in sync, doing the right thing together, rather than as soon as something goes bad, someone tries being a hero, they try making a play.
Yeah.
It's all about just teamwork.
Yep. Somebody put in the chat, good call. What made you think Thieves was going to be Optic today? It's just a feeling you get. I mean, I was saying it yesterday in the call. I was like, I was probably going to get a lot of flack for it, but at the same time, I just been watching 100 Thieves the last couple weeks and just seeing the way they move around the map and just seeing how confident they are, and just also talking to the players and hearing some of the results and scrims and stuff like that. I just had a feeling. That they were going to come out and do what they do. I also haven't seen much from Optic because they stopped streaming their scrims. So it's hard to watch them play sometimes. So just based off what I was seeing, man, I just watched the game, and I just kind of free flow it, just kind of say what's on my mind.
Does Optic need to go 2-0 next week to make winners bracket?
Probably.
They've already got. They're on 2 wins right now.
It's a clusterfuck, Zen. It's really hard to predict all the scenarios because it may legitimately come down to map count between 3 or 4 teams.
Mixy. When it comes to that, Zen, we always say, well, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Just have somebody break it down. Who's first, second, third, and fourth?
When it comes down to that, I'm tagging Alex Penn on Twitter. I'm saying, League Ops, let me know what the situation
somebody
is.
Somebody needs to do it. Somebody needs to do it. Well, let's take a look at the standings. You still got FaZe at the top. You got Dallas trailing. You still got London all the way at the bottom over there, but they've been looking better. I think London has been looking better, but they have a lot of work to do. We know that top 8 spot is gets you into champs, right? So I think a lot of people right now are battling for that top 8 position for sure.
There's a bit of a cliff between 7 and 8, and 8 right now. We expect Minnesota to probably get top 6 points at this stage, so they'll probably increase that gap a little bit. We'll see 7 separate, but it could be a bloodbath for the 8th spot, Tom, with Paris.
It's gonna be crazy.
If Seattle turn the corner, London looked really good this week. Obviously Florida's inconsistent, and we'll see what we get from LAG. Like, I have no idea between all of those teams who's going to end up in the 8th spot.
Yeah, but we're starting to get to the point in the season where, like, to be honest, bro, it's crazy to think we've only had 2 majors so far this year. Like, we're about to head into our 3rd major, but if you're like the 12th, 11th place team, it's no longer, oh, they're looking good, they're getting better. It's time to win. You know what I'm saying? There's no more, oh, they're looking good, London's looking good. It doesn't fucking matter how they're looking. Either they win or they're not going to make champs.
Yep. 100%. And then we also see some people talking about roster changes, right? There's I expect Florida to maybe make a change. I don't really know what they're doing, but Seattle's definitely making a change with the way these guys are fucking tweeting. So I'm curious to see who's coming in. I don't know exactly. Actually, I do know who it is, but I obviously don't want to just spit their fucking roster on live on the flank, but I think we're teasing a little bit. I feel like it's kind of obvious based off what they were teasing.
We teased it yesterday too. So
Wait, didn't you guys say it yesterday?
I mean, I said what I think it was yesterday, and then I found out what it was.
Okay, guys, we think it's Decimate.
well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'll give you a clue, guys. Take the in. That's some. Jesus.
What? Maddie, did you back out midway through?
Maddie, are you all right?
I mean, I might as well just say it like he's joined him. But no, yeah.
Listen, man. Listen, I don't give a fuck. Keep your sources within your camp. They're picking up Decimate.
That's the first time I've heard it, but because of who it's come from, you might as well tell me that he's already signed with him.
Keep your sources within your fucking camp. That's not my problem. You happen to all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Tom, they didn't show a schedule card, but go ahead and pull this link and we can do predictions.
Well, okay, let's do some predictions, man. Let's pull it up, man. Let's pull it up. But yeah, I'm about to start going rogue on this fucking show, man. If I hear from sources that shit is going down, that's not my problem, man. It's getting out there. People got to keep their mouth shut. It's just how it is in sports and shit.
The news, guys.
Yeah, we just report the news. That's what we do here live on the flank, ladies and gentlemen.
Brought to you by Pornhub.
No, Zin, why the fuck you keep saying this fucking shit? Pornhub. Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
All right, let's talk about these Thursday games.
All right, Thursday, we got Los Angeles Guerrillas going up against the Minnesota Rocker. 2 purple teams. Once again, please change the fucking colors. We got New York Subliners going up against Optic Chicago. That's going to be a really good match. I'm really excited to watch that.
Why?
And then that's it for Thursday, man. It's only 2 matches. Only 2 matches.
Are we doing predictions? Or are we
we're doing predictions for sure.
Yeah, let's predict this shit.
Let's start with the first one. Los Angeles Guerrillas going up against Minnesota Rocker. I personally think that LA Guerrillas was on a little bit of a honeymoon stage, but I think Minnesota's going to kick up. I think they're going to beat LAG here. I'm going to give it 3-2. I think it's going to be a close series.
Whoa. Who's ready for it?
That's got game 5 written on
it.
Who's ready for the prediction?
I'm gonna say 3-1. I know these teams haven't played each other this year. I think really the series that Rockers had a lot of trouble with recently. They had that one weird loss against Florida in the beginning of the season. I don't know what that was in the beginning of the stage. They look good against Paris. They've had 2 tough losses against Ultra. I thought they looked really good in that Optic series at the major. So I'm going to give them a 3-1. I'll spot LAG and Matt, probably an S&D here, and Minnesota will take the series victory.
What do you think, Zen?
3-2 either way.
LAG 3-2.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's a great prediction, man.
Wow. Maddie, who do you got?
3-2 either way.
3-2 either way? You're not going to pick one? You're just going to say 3-2 either way?
Nah.
All right, fuck it. Asim, who you got?
Wait, Ben, aren't these 2 teams like tied for 8th seed?
No, Minnesota's got like 40 or 50 points. Minnesota's gonna pull away unless they absolutely.
No, Minnesota has 30 points on them, right? It's 110-80, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly.
Okay, well, I'm going Minnesota 3-1, and they're gonna lose the S&D.
Yeah, LGs look really solid in the S&D game mode on the stage.
Minnesota obviously is super strong, but I think Apathy started popping off, and I think we all know that Apathy.
And Money Chene's playing decent as well.
Yeah, Money Chene's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing.
Assault's been picking it up as well. I think Assault wasn't playing great, and now he's shooting back. So I think I don't know. It's one of those where what did I predict that one time, Tom? I got that feeling again. Like Minnesota, I want to say Minnesota, but I just have this feeling
that LAG is gonna pull through.
LAG is gonna win it, yeah.
If they win it, I'll shit my pants. It would be pretty cool to see, to be honest.
I remember that next Thursday.
It's good. It's good to see how close it is on that top 8 spot, because it just makes a lot of these games just that much more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Benjamin Benz, are you still here? I see your microphone is muted.
He poked in the chat.
Oh, he dipped out? Okay, because I see him, he's still in here. Okay, that's fine. I just want to get his prediction if he was still here. But we're going to the next series. We got the New York Subliners going up against Optic Chicago. I'm biased here, so I'm not really going to put my input. I'm just going to go with my guys. But I'm curious to see what you guys think.
New York 3-0, you know the vibes. Come on.
So Tom,
I says the same thing every time.
I just saw this stat on the Reddit. This actually blows my mind. Since the start of Stage 2 against the top 7 teams in the league, Optic is 3-11 in response against those teams.
Damn. Wait, say that again? Against the top 4 teams?
I haven't actually done the math on this, so if I'm wrong, someone please let me know. But I'm looking at Reddit right now. The Optic's respawn record since the start of Stage 2 versus the top 7 teams is 3-11.
Interesting. Interesting.
I really like New York's matchup in the map set with them in this. I think it's gonna go to a game 5, and I think Ace and the boys are gonna take it.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna get called an Opticator in chat as always, but that's just how it is, guys. Sorry.
Damn.
Now, what are you gonna do?
Greenwall Optic Gaming Team Scump 3-0.
You're such a fucking.
These are just so loud.
Isn't he such a fuck? I can't stand this fucking guy. That's a Linny, bro. That's a Linny, bro. That's a Linny.
You guys heard the Greenwall?
Yeah, let's go
haters.
Linny spam in chat.
Can't relate. Greenwall haters. Fucking so
You're
stupid.
Greenwall alumni, so.
Wait, we're not Greenwall haters. What? I have picked Optic to win every single series except for this recent one with 100 days. I have picked them to win every series.
But on a more serious note, it's going to be. It has potential to be a bloodbath. I think both teams, when they're playing to their potential, are super strong, and I think it's a good matchup.
It is
a good matchup. It is a good matchup for sure.
But if we're going off recent, like super recent matches, I think Clay has the upper hand on Formal. I don't think that was the case for the entire year, but Clay's been disgusting recently, so I have him taking that matchup. Hydra has been what? A little lackluster in Search. No, he's been solid in Respawn, but I don't think maybe he's found it yet in Search with you guys. So especially with Optic being well-rounded in Search right now, I have Optic with the upper hand in Search. So it's going to come down to respawns. I don't see a world where Optic lose 3 respawns. I'm going to go 3-2 Optic.
Hey, go. Maddie, who do you got?
It's a bloodbath in my eyes again. I'm going to give it the same as what I give the top one. It's 3-2 either way in my eyes. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta pick a team, Maddie. Come on, man.
Maddie just doesn't. He doesn't want to upset anybody. He doesn't want to upset anybody, bro.
I must be right in.
He's a good guy. He's just a good guy, man.
That's a really tough series to call.
It is.
Saying, listen, guys, I understand they lost 3 respawns today. I don't think that's going to be a consistent thing for Optic. I could be wrong. That's my prediction. Jesus Christ.
If you get a solid New York and a solid Optic, that's going down to game 5.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good series. It's going to be a good series regardless.
It's really tough to call, I'll be honest.
We'll see what happens, guys. We'll obviously be live after the matches, but now I want to ask you guys, man. I want to go to the chat here and ask you guys if there's any questions. We got a lot of people in the call. I want you guys to drop some questions in the chat. We're going to do the best we can to read some of them off and try and answer them. Yeah, Maddie's gonna go take a leak. So please, guys, answer away. We usually do stuff on Reddit, but you know, I wanted to also give the chat some love today on this Sunday. So just drop some questions in the chat and let's read some of them off. You think Optic needs to make a change? No, I don't think Optic needs to make a change. I don't. I think they have a good team. I think they just need to put it together, man. They need a little bit more time. I like that they're not streaming scrims right now. I think they're really focusing on themselves and their game, and I think they show a lot of positives. There's negatives, but there's also a lot of positives. So you just want to try and cancel out some of those negatives. So I definitely don't think Optic needs to change.
You're damn fucking right. We're glad they're not streaming.
What I do think Optic need to do, I'm very curious. Are they the only team in the league right now that doesn't have an analyst?
Optic?
Is there any
any
other team in the league that doesn't have at least an analyst? It's just a coach.
Maybe Paris.
I don't know.
We can ask Maddie when he gets back.
We got another question.
You guys saying Damon's their analyst? I don't know if how much Damon's.
Damon is not the analyst.
Helping them out.
If
he is, he's not doing it.
Oh yeah, David's actually. I was actually talking to Damon yesterday. He's a fucking clown, bro. He's a fucking clown. I love Damon.
My point is, like, there are a couple of teams, like, I know, like, Seattle probably doesn't have an analyst, but I know that Joey does probably a lot of game playing. I think one thing that would help them is probably another body there. I don't think it's a talent thing. I think it's a prep and a game plan thing. Would like them to. We've talked about this a couple times on the show, Tom. Like, they're very straight up in the way they play. They're not always like a plan A, plan B, plan C type of team.
Yeah.
Would like to see them start like pushing the meta and innovating and like figuring out in terms of like gameplay, not just weapon meta, what they want to do to try and get ahead of some of these teams. Because I'm actually mind blown that respawn stat. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's a crazy stat. It really is a crazy stat. But I'm not gonna look too much into it. I'm just kind of going based off the eye test. But let's go on to the next question. Somebody said, "Is Neptune the problem?" No, I don't think he's the problem. I think he's a great player. I think the whole team as a core is a problem. I think something just needs to change between the core of the team. Because they just haven't been executing. They haven't been executing at all.
Sucks to say, Tom, but I mean, we all know Florida's biggest success was I think It was just mainly Pharaoh last year. He was an in-game leader. And
yeah, he's incredible.
He led the troops, and
He did.
they're missing a leader. So.
Yep, definitely. They're definitely missing a leader. And that's why I was confused a little bit when they got rid of Slack. Maybe they'll bring Slack back in. Maybe they reach out, try and get Hook. I know. What?
Let's rewind a little bit. Let's talk about Florida just for a second.
Okay.
Havoc gets benched.
Yeah.
He takes a break. He does not immediately go into challengers. I think he said he's going to start streaming. He never starts streaming, whatever. He falls behind a little bit. Let's not act like not playing for even... You don't play competitive Call of Duty for 3 weeks. You fall behind a substantial amount.
100%, yeah.
So he eventually comes back. He plays challengers, completely different ball game. So he lost some of the fundamentals. Maybe he's not... You guys know what I mean. As a player, you take some time off, you come back, it's different. So they pick him back up. So you have someone who took a break and wasn't necessarily in the pro scene for a little bit, came to challengers late, didn't find success in challengers, couldn't really find a team to play with that was good enough to win. Probably not to his fault. That's sort of how this works. So he finds no success in challengers. He gets called up on the pro team. So it's not easy. It's not an easy role because I like Colt and I think he can be solid. I don't think he's in the best spot. His SMG duo is Neptune, ton of talent, fundamentally not the best. So you have a player who took a break and a player who fundamentally isn't the best and no shot caller. And then you have two ARs who can't seem to play well together simultaneously. So what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
It's not it's a pretty good point, Zin. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you.
You're not wrong.
I agree with you.
The person who I think is the potential leader on that team and Slacked and probably the best mind for Call of Duty, at least one that'll vocalize it, is on the bench, and that's Slacked.
What did they think was going to change within that team in dropping Slacked?
It makes no
or
sense.
Havoc, a guy who they've already dropped. Unless they were getting someone fresh in there, yeah, new face. That didn't make any sense to me.
I mean, there was rumors that they could have gotten Decimate, and the fact that they passed up Decimate blows my mind. Because he's a super well-rounded search player, and he's super good at respawn.
Unless it's Conor McGregor sat on my bench, bro. I'm never dropping someone and then picking him back up. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Do you know what I'm saying? It isn't.
It could.
It just depends on the way it happens. Like, for example, like I think, like I wouldn't be shocked to see Hook back on Dallas. I mean, it just depends on the player and if they're a professional or if they're I mean, for the most part, there's obviously some changes that are made for personal reasons. Most of them are objective team decisions to make the team better.
Yep.
And that's fucking hurtful as a player. I mean, listen, you're talking to someone who's experienced it this year. To say I didn't take it personal when it first happened is a fucking lie. I was super upset. But I mean, once you remove yourself from that situation and you look at it objectively, it's like, okay, I know for a fact that they made this change to get better as a team. And as much as that hurts my ego, that's what it is. It wasn't that they hated me. It wasn't that they thought they could be better. And it looks like they made the right move for now. As long as people think of it like that, I don't think there's you should never burn bridges with your team.
No.
Just because you're benched or something.
That team didn't click for how many months? So what makes you think it's going to click again, re-picking the same person up?
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think different situations.
There needs to be more than one change. If they bring him in, yeah. If they can bring Slack back in, but they have to change somebody else as well. Like there needs to be a whole flipperoo. Right now, the core of the team is just not working. It's not working, and I don't know. It could be a playstyle thing because I think everybody's super talented. It could be an IGL 100%. Thing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Florida moving forward. But let's move on to the next question. Somebody actually made a good point. I actually kind of like this question. Do you guys think Optic not playing in 7 days was the reason they came out slow in game 1?
I mean,
it's kind of a factor,
did I not
though.
Predict that last night, though, Tom. I said that literally last night. I said Optic has not played a match with the new meta, and I think that going into the first map, they're going to be a little rusty.
Yeah.
And LA Thieves did come out with the fire with the Krigs and stuff. So I mean, obviously that's no excuse, but I just kind of predicted it, and I felt like I mean maybe that's a good reason.
To be fair, LA Thieves had good side of checkmate, so I mean you could easily go up like 50 or 60 to get P1 and P2.
Well, I don't mean to ramble and keep talking. I apologize,
keep going.
No, go ahead.
So I want to touch on the format and Optic not playing for 7 days or whatever it may be. It's very different than what a lot of players are used to for our entire careers. It used to be you play 4 matches on 1 day. And let me tell you something about Optic. If you look at Optic and if you were to do 2 categories, is this a team that rides off momentum and wants to come in the match and fuck you up and ride from match to match? Or is this the team you want to give a week off to prepare? You would choose option number one. You would choose this is a team that plays off momentum and will destroy you in gunfights and fucking get hype and scream at you and go nuts.
Bro, Zin, you probably feel this, yeah? Every time you used to go to an event, you used to pray that you play Optic first game of the event. If you played them halfway through the tournament or near the end of it, bro, you had to come in hot.
We see it all the time when teams catch fire in tournaments. We did it when in the beginning of World War II, where we were just placing top 32 in all the online 2Ks, and when we had to go through open bracket at the first event, and we went all the way through open bracket, all the way to top 4. We made fucking history. We just caught fire. Yep. We just caught fire. We played so
11 series in a row on a Saturday. Right?
Dude, we played so many series. Yeah, we played so many series in one day, bro.
I don't like this format. Like we play one game next week. It's on Saturday, and that's all.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
fucking crazy. We have to wait
crazy.
until Saturday to play, and then that's it.
But let's move on to another question. Somebody asked, what are coaches' roles in Call of Duty? Like, how involved are they actually with the team? And honestly, I think that's a great question. Because a lot of people are always wondering what coaches actually do. I think it depends on the coach. I think some coaches are completely useless and don't do jack shit.
Some coaches do fucking nothing. Absolute frauds.
And I think some coaches are very good. Damn. I think they're very involved with their team. I think the most important part of a coach is to make sure everybody on the team, to make sure there's no fallouts between the team. If there's any, listen guys, when you're on a team and things aren't going your way, there's always going to be some internal problems. People, like, there's going to be problems within relationships and people arguing and stuff like that. A good coach is somebody who can control the chaos. Somebody that's well respected, that can come in.
Your coach.
If the coach is not respected by the players, then it's chalked. It's chalked. There's no point. There's really no point to do anything, really, because the players are just not going to listen to anything you say. And a lot of people are saying Nubsy, but from what I heard, Seattle loves Nubsy. They respect him. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I think Nubsy's a good coach too. Especially from what I've heard. Apparently, the players on Seattle love Nubsy. I mean,
it's very easy as a player to be like, what the fuck does Nubsy know? But then you talk to players who are involved with him and actually deal with his coaching, and they're like, Joey does a lot. He's a good coach. He's got fucking notepads, PowerPoints, you name it, he's got it. Like Tom said, like Bryce Viceno, right, at United, Bryce was not sitting there telling them how to play the game for the most part. He was making sure they were energized and they were hype and they were confident, and that was his role, and he did it effectively.
Now,
it
when there's
but
when there's something, obviously there's things like, let's take Crowder for instance. He's gonna watch back the game, and when he sees things that they shouldn't be doing, he's gonna speak up about it, and he's gonna be a good coach and try and give them input. But then on top of that, like if they're fucking around in practice, he's gonna let them have it. If they're joking around, if there's internal beef, he's gonna make sure that they talk it out. He's making sure that they're watching VODs. Like he's making sure that his team is putting in the extra time to be a championship caliber team.
They have two other coaches, Tom. You know, RJ does if you talk to the players on the team, RJ does and run practice a lot for that team.
Yep.
And then now they have Tupac, and he runs S&D practice.
Technically, and they also have Easy Mac, who's writing down the stats and doing all the analytics. I mean, they just have a good foundation over there, and
you have a lot of different
shows.
voices. You don't get diminishing returns. People are filling their roles. Players have different people they're listening to. It's a respect. It's organization. And Chris sits on top of that, so he's there for the one-on-one conversations. It's a really good structure, and I think this is an area of esports. Let's get more macro here. I think it's a little area of esports that's still getting felt out. I think the coaching part of esports is super new because these games are super new.
Yep.
And I still don't think we have a super deep bench of coaches in really any esport, to be honest, Tom.
Yep.
Let's get something straight though.
Yeah.
You can have the best coach in the world, and if your team doesn't perform, that's on the team for not performing.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the coach.
I see a lot of fucking fans and even
Troy
players be
Sender
like,
always got hate for no reason.
Sender's getting flack, and to be honest,
that's just because he's a part of the green wall. That's part of the parcel.
Green wall thing.
I have no experience with Troy as a coach. I could not tell you with an honest opinion if he's a great coach, if he's a bad coach, if he's a decent coach.
He wouldn't be on that team if he wasn't a good person / coach, bro. Period.
Exactly. So for everybody to blame a coach when a team doesn't perform,
stupid.
I'll use this example. Chris Crowder, who some would say is probably the best coach in Call of Duty, or at least one of them. You put him as the coach of Royal Ravens. Are they just as good as FaZe? No. Like they're not. No matter how good the coach is, if the team is making the wrong play on a split-second decision, they're making the wrong play. And no matter how many times and how many plays you go over and you try to prepare them the best, It's ultimately the coach is removed from it as soon as the match starts. He can do his job to 100% effectiveness. As soon as that starts, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, but also to your point, like I think besides Troy and like when Cap switched Kenny to the main AR, like he got a lot of hate for that. But besides those two instances, I don't see coaches in esports usually get a lot of flack for their team not performing. I think that's more of like a real life sports thing.
Yeah, you're faded if you think that's to do in esports.
Which is one of the good things about esports is like people don't put it on the coach like they do in basketball and football and stuff like that.
Let me take also one step further. Like people say, like, oh, logically, okay, well, when a team screws up vetoes, is that on the coach? I will tell you guys, in a lot of those situations, you'll talk to the coach and be like, I came in with the game plan, and the players showed up that day and said, we want to throw the game plan out. We actually feel comfortable on this.
99% of the time.
Every single time, like for example, McGee, when he's doing the vetoes for us, he will come in our call and like double check, yo, do you want to play checkmate or APOC Garrison? Like, he always confirms it with us anyway, so that's on us. We're deciding what we want to play.
It's on the players.
He's giving us information.
The vetoes are always on the players.
It's nothing to do with the coach.
it's on the players and the coach. It's a whole. They're a team. They're a fucking team, guys. It comes down to everybody. It comes down to everybody.
I do hope we get to the point where players aren't involved in that conversation, right? Like because we have coaches and analysts, it's like, and this is sort of me from 3 months ago probably wouldn't even say this, and to be honest, as I say it, I'm not even sure I believe it, but sometimes I would maybe rather the coach come in and just tell me what the maps are, and then it's just objective talk. It's not, why didn't we veto this? Why are we playing this map? Why not, like, why
That'll
don't you
never
just tell me
happen,
the
though.
fucking maps
That'll
I'm
never
playing,
happen, though.
and then we go from there. And then one last thing about coach, I think one of the only things you can fault a coach for is keeping a team that shouldn't be together for too long. Like teams that obviously need a change.
Yeah,
and
facts. Yeah,
there's
they
a
gotta
lot
be the one to make the call.
There are people who protect friends. They protect a dream or the potential of a team. Unfortunately, as I've talked about before, we don't have the luxury of time anymore. It used to be every team goes to champs. Now, if you don't perform in stage 1, stage 2, it can screw your entire year.
Yep, no, 100%. I agree with that. But let's end it there, guys. We answered a lot of questions. I see a lot of questions coming in, but we'll be here all day, man, answering. And a lot of the questions you guys are asking, we actually answered during the show, man. So if there's anything you guys missed, obviously you can go back and watch it. I do upload everything to YouTube. Ben uploads everything to Spotify, Apple.
And Tom, I think we're gonna have an emergency flank this week, so we can get more questions.
Yeah, we might have an emergency flank sometime this week, guys, because there's gonna be a lot of changes happening, most likely. But you guys know how we're ending the show. My man Ben is gonna sink a putt for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Bet.
Let's switch over to the Ben golf scene and let's watch this guy.
Chupapi muñeño.
Let's see if this guy could sink a putt. Move your microphone. Hey, pick up your pants. Whoa, look at that fucking farmer's tan. Look at that.
Jesus Christ. He's been playing golf.
My God.
Look at him, he thinks he's on the court now.
What kind of fucking shirt was he wearing?
Bouncing back and forth.
What kind of shirt was he wearing?
I don't know. Does he sink it? He sinks the putt. He sinks it first try. Attaboy, Benny boy.
Let's go, Ben.
Benny.
You just don't crumble under pressure, do you, Ben? That's what I love
Ben,
about
you're
you.
just icy, bro. You're fucking icy. You're icy, bro. I like it, Ben. Ben, what happened? You got fucking burnt today. You look like a fucking lobster.
So you've been enjoying golf, yeah?
You look like a fucking lobster over there.
Played 27 holes this weekend. That's what happened. I forgot to wear sunscreen.
Hey, listen, man.
The subliners, the Astros are looking good on you, bro.
Yeah, shout out subliners.
Yeah, man. Shout out subliners, man.
Yo, Tom, what are you about to do? League play? Or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, well, let me end the show first. Thank you guys for watching, man. Make sure to, you're good. Make sure to check it out on YouTube. Make sure to go to anchor.fm/theflank, right, Ben? Anchor.fm/theflank. You can see exactly every audio site or whatever. You guys can click on whatever you want. We have it all laid out there. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.